It's now time for Ermanni and Edwards with Maz, live on the Woodward Sports Network. Every day, 2 to 4 p.m. Starring Ryan Ermanni, Michigan great and former NFL baller Braylon Edwards, and of course, Tom Mazaway. Let's talk some sports.
Oh, yeah. You know what today is. You know what time it is. It is Thursday, and the Detroit Lions are no longer about to be playing the Kansas City Chiefs. They play tonight. Tom Mazaway, how you doing over there?
Oh, it's game day.
It's game day, man.
I'm ready to go. I'm a little nervous, but I'm ready to go.
Well, you know what? You know who isn't nervous? The Detroit Lions, Dan Campbell.
Oh, look at this.
The team that Brad Holmes constructed. They are not nervous. Here's the blue Kool-Aid. You got Uncle Shay, and you got Tom Matt. Why is Tom crying, I want to ask, though? Why is he crying with excitement?
Yes. He's so excited he's crying.
With excitement.
Matt has been drinking the Kool-Aid all year.
Parker and JB, how you boys doing, man? You guys ready?
Shirt on.
Dude, I'm so ready.
You ready?
I'm so hyped.
I'm pumped. This is amazing. It's been a long time coming.
We got it. We have a guest. We have a guest visitor in the house. Ryan Ermanni won't be with us today. Love and prayers sent to Ryan Ermanni. He'll tell you about himself when he comes back tomorrow. But our man Lucas is in the building. Lucas, how you feeling?
Oh, Braylon, you remember that day we signed C.J. Gardner-Johnson? My excitement.
How could I not? Because Maz called me 19 times.
He debuts today. C.J. Gardner-Johnson. He's going to be a difference maker today. I think we're going to see a lot of exciting things. I cannot wait. Lions versus Chiefs in Burrowhead. It'll be a good day. Gonna spoil that banner drop.
Had to slide that little jab in there. Burrowhead, no more. It is indeed the home of Patrick Mahomes. But Travis Kelce looks like he will play. Which is good. Which is good, man. I think you want to see the Detroit Lions go in Arrowhead and play the actual Chiefs. You don't want them to go in there and play a team that's a shell of themselves.
You know who's the most mad and most upset are the fantasy players. Let's face it. Because there's people like me who took Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce.
How do you not?
As their 1-2 combo, and we're also all waiting. Do you start, as a fantasy guy, do you start Travis Kelce knowing he's 50%? Or do you start it? Or if you got a guy in your back pocket, a damn good backup tight end, do you start him?
Why don't we ask Parker to put that in the chat? Ask the guys at home when you saw that Travis Kelce may or may not go on today. What did you do? Did you try to find a replacement, or did you put him on the bench, flex him, change your line up, or are you still going to play him? Put that in.
I think I'm leaving him in.
I think I would too. Or do you think it's a situation where they want to use him like a decoy? I have seen teams do that too.
I do think that. Plus, we don't know if he is going to play. You got till an hour before the game to find out if he is inactive or not, and we will find out prior to that. So you got some time to make a move if you have to.
You know what? Let's not make it about the Chiefs, because it's not. Today it's about the Detroit Lions and what they plan on doing tonight. So let's talk about the Detroit Lions. Let's get hyped talking about the Lions, and maybe even put a hype video on, because I think you said something about you had a video. Get the people going.
Matter of fact, I'm going to play the Lions video first, and then later we're going to debut what Parker did for us. So here's what the Lions put out to get you guys ready for tonight.
A lot of people in love with the Lions.
I'm in on the Lions. I think the Lions are going to be great this year.
Another sign of the buy-in to that hype. Lions season tickets are completely sold out.
Every year going into the first game, it was always butterflies, because it's going to be electric. It's going to be a lot of people there. But we just want to be able to prove to everybody that, this is what we can do. This is what we're going to do.
Yeah. Teams are going to be moving forward. Yeah. It's about respect.
Being chased by Hutchinson. Gonna get hit. Gonna go down. It is intercepted by the Lions. This game is over. Yes.
It's fun being here in the city with all this excitement. And with that being said, it doesn't mean anything if you don't win. And I think we all know that. I know that. People will continue to be excited if we continue to win.
There's tons of excitement around the team. Fans are like dying for it. They're yearning for it. You can feel it. And that energy, it's contagious. You see the team run out of the tunnel, and it's like, man, I've done this like over 100 times, but it's still really cool.
Goff up under center, turns, throws, end zone wide open. Amara St. Brown. Goff to throw, wants to throw it to Sewell. He caught it. Bryce Sewell with a first down. Oh, the big man.
How do you sustain the hype?
you have to show up at Arrowhead.
The kickoff of the NFL season, it'll be the Lions.
That's just the beginning of 4 primetime games the Lions have.
These guys are still hungry, man. They're still hungry to prove that we belong in the conversation.
We feel, even more confident that we'll be able to compete with the big dogs. Not a better test than that first opening game. Is let's see it.
If that doesn't get the juices going, if that doesn't get you ready for what's about to happen tonight, I don't know what the hell is wrong with you. What is going on in Detroit?
Lions do it right on Twitter, by the way. Thank you to Lions.com. They do a great job.
Fan.
Yes, you too, Sheila. Thank you. I am so excited for this game. I don't know what it is.
It's like Christmas morning. I said it's like you woke up, you had like this warm feeling in your stomach. You know why? Because the Lions are finally functional. We're not getting set up for failure, it feels like. Even if they go out there and they compete and it's a close loss, which I don't think is going to happen, that at the end of the season, the Lions are still going to be where we expect them to be, and that's why it feels so good today.
Hey, man, it's a Thursday night. It's not a Sunday. That's what maybe it's throwing me off. The Lions have never opened a season.
No, not at all.
Ever. So this is a brand new thing, man.
Not at all. I went home to do research to kind of prep for today, so we get to talking about this and what it is. And I went to look to see the last time the Detroit Lions opened up NFL season. And guess what? I didn't find any of those games. But I think the reason why people are so excited, I think when you watch this video, Lucas and JB and Parker, you watch that video. The reason why you're so excited is it's continued to go the way in which you thought it would, starting and ending. Well, let's start with the finish last season. 10 games. Out of those 10 games, you win 8 of them. Then you're like, man, we finished on a high. But typically, this is around the time, the ball drops. Here comes a bad draft. Here comes a bad free agency a free agency year. Or I say, here it comes.
Here come the injuries.
Here come the injuries.
Yeah.
Here comes the mess up. But it doesn't. It goes from 8-2, last 10 games. Then it goes to the free agents you signed, starting with C.J. Gardner-Johnson, which got everybody in here excited. Cam Sutton, C.J. Gardner-Johnson, Emmanuel Mosley, who won't go tonight.
He is a scratch tonight.
He is a scratch tonight. But the fact that he'll be ready in a game or two.
David Montgomery,
who said he didn't care if he was did say he didn't care if he was passing out the water. He said he didn't care. He just wanted to get here and play in Detroit. Wanted to play for Detroit. Then here comes the draft. All the Detroit Lions usually botch the draft. Yeah, they had a decent one last year, but they can't have 2 good drafts in a row. Not only did they have another good draft, Maz, it was the best rated by NFL.com, ProFootballFocus.com, and Woodward Sports Network, which we told you already. They didn't mess it up in that space. And then in OTAs, there were no injuries. There were no issues. There were no non-signings, no issues with players. Not a peep. Everything has gone the way the Detroit Lions, Dan Campbell, has wanted to, and they have gotten to this moment. A quick blurb about Isaiah Buggs in that situation, but other than that, this thing has gone the way that the Lions wanted.
Well, the Jameson Williams thing didn't help either, but you know what?
But we knew that way. But we knew that way back in January.
We did. It sucks though. It would have been great. How great would it have been to have that kid ready to go tonight? And he did get hurt anyway, so he maybe wouldn't have played. Anyway,
you're ruining my setup.
Look at it like this, Maz. How good will it feel when the Lions go into Burrowhead tonight and they beat them without Jameson Williams? Then you bring him back halfway through the season when usually that injury bug hits for that trade deadline. Well, Lions reload their offense.
Bring them back, man.
Maybe if you bet on the Lions beating them, you won't have to worry about that.
I know. And you can do that with Broder and Booner. It's the night shift. That's right. Welcome to Woodward Nights featuring our guys, Booner and Broder, 2 of Detroit's newest up-and-coming sports personalities. They already got a couple of shows under their belt. Join them every single night to hear some of Detroit sports' hottest takes. Woodward Nights with Booner and Broder, 8 to 10 on Woodward Sports YouTube channel. Not tonight, though, because we got our watch party. We'll tell you about that coming up. And make sure you guys stick with us all day long. After us, it's the heavyweights. Then we got the watch party. And then I've got, you got Jeff before the watch party.
You can't forget about Jeff now.
Jeff. Jeff is in the back right now. Juicy Jeff is going to do the pregame. He is in the back, literally walking around like a lion, like a caged lion. This kid is raring to go. I can't wait to see him go at it tonight. Then the watch party. And then I'll be on with Stick for the postgame.
I'm not calling any man Juicy Jeff, but I have seen Jeff around here, and he definitely is ready to go. Also, today on the show, we will have Tim Twentyman at 2:30, and Detroit's #1 fan, Crackman, will be on the show at some point.
Live from Kansas City.
Live from Kansas City. You know he's going to have some of those Chiefs fans around him talking some stuff. Hey, Maz, just quick question. Open up the show. You and Lucas, what are you most looking forward to tonight? Just quick question. First thing that comes to mind, most looking forward to tonight. Boom.
I want to see I know the offense is going to be okay.
Okay.
I really believe that the offense will even be better than last year eventually. I'm looking forward to seeing that defense. And like Luke is saying, he's just chomping at the bit to see C.J. Gardner-Johnson and that new look Lions secondary, because that's what they did. They went back and they got a new secondary. I can't wait to see how Cam Sutton and all those guys work back there. And then your linebackers. You got Jack Campbell, the first-round pick out of Iowa. Malcolm Rodriguez is going to get in there. I want to see the return game.
The meat missile.
I just can't wait for this game. But I'm really looking forward to seeing how this defense handles Patrick Mahomes. If you remember a couple of years ago, they had the Chiefs on the ropes, ready to win that game. And I forgot who fumbled on the goal line. Chiefs take it back 95 yards for a touchdown. I don't know who remembers that game. I do. It was a nightmare. They had the Chiefs beat at Ford Field. Here's their chance to get a little revenge. And remember, last couple Super Bowl champs that opened up on Thursday Night Football, they lost.
You said so much, I forgot what you were even looking forward to. What are you looking forward to?
The rookies. Oh, the rookies. The defense and the rookies.
Maz gets on the road.
He's just
I'm
excited.
not mad. I love it. So you're looking for the rookies to play. Lucas, quick shot. That's our man Blakey Jeff is in the building. What's going on over there, Lucas? What do you think?
I'm excited for the rookies and C.J. Gardner-Johnson. There's no doubt. But I'm going to take it to the offensive side. And with this matchup against the Chiefs, David Montgomery and this Lions offensive line just pound it down the Chiefs' throat. I think Jonah Jackson, Big V, they're going to be able to get up that second level on Nick Bolton and Willie Gay, and that's the key to this game. And I think it is going to happen. So seeing David Montgomery getting 4 or 5 yards per carry, give me it every time. It's going to be fun. Pause on that, by the way.
I don't know if the chat knows.
You a flag on the play, man.
We
right over there right
now. I don't
now.
know if these young guys remember Gilligan's Island.
Of course.
But this kid,
you sound like my dad.
Luke is
That's
Gilligan.
what my dad said.
He is Gilligan. Look at him. I guess I'm the skipper.
I'm just saying, like, if I agree with you, that means I know about the show too. I got to protect my rep. You know what I'm saying?
You know the show.
I connect to all coaches.
Who
I
you
connect
like,
to
Ginger
all
or Mary
ages.
Ann?
Oh man, Ginger all day,
right.
baby. You know what time it
I
is.
like Mary Ann.
You know what I'm most interested in is my man Jeff is in the building now. It's just the Lions are finally come to a place. I love seeing this in teams. The Lions are now in a place where they belong. Like, that's what I want to see. I want to see the attitude in which they walk on the field with. You know, I've been on teams where, like, people can say what they want to. You never walk in a game. No, sometimes you know you're going to get your ass whooped. Sometimes you know that's not the Lions anymore. Like, they're walking into this with they know they have a chance. They know, in their minds, they know they should win, whether Chris Jones plays or not.
They might have to now in their minds.
Whether Travis Kelce plays or not. So that attitude, you're going to see it. It's going to look a lot different. It's not going to be a quarterback hoping to complete a pass for a touchdown. He's going to be looking to complete some passes for touchdowns, plural. I'm not looking for a linebacker that's hoping to make tackles. You're going to be looking for linebackers to try to stop guys in the backfield. So it's that intentional effort, and it's the attitude and confidence. I'm looking to see that confidence in their eyes, man.
How do you think,
Campbell.
before we take a break and go to Fairway Packing, they're going to have a ring ceremony.
Yeah.
Just like the old NBA did. Now the NFL's copying that. What does that do to the Chiefs? And what does that do for the Lions watching that?
Applies
Are
pressure.
you asking now, or are we going to commercial and answering when I get back?
Answer when you come back.
All right. Well, I'll think about that. But first, a message from Fairway Packing.
Yes, I got you. For over 60 years, Fairway Packing Company has provided Michigan's finest restaurants, hotels, and casinos with prime beef, Wagyu beef, and dry-aged beef. Experience the Fairway difference for yourself today. Visit the steak shop in Grosse Pointe Woods for grab-and-go steaks, or order online at fairwaypacking.com. fairwaypacking.com.
Source, aged, prime, cut, packed to perfection.
Are you a diehard college football fan? Well, it's your lucky day. Join special WSN guests like Spencer Raxter, Flannel Sam, and more every Saturday. Go to our Woodward Sports YouTube channel on Saturdays and tune in live from 8:30 to 10 a.m.
By now you know me, Christina Gennari, as the obvious choice in real estate. And you know my website, soldchristina.com, as your #1 resource for buying or selling your home. Myself, along with my amazing staff, pride ourselves on making your home buying and selling experience a relaxing and easy one. Come see why we are the obvious choice. Christina Gennari at soldchristina.com, the obvious choice in real estate.
Come hang with the Woodward Sports Crew all throughout football season on Saturdays and Sundays. Join our college football and Detroit Lions live watch parties.
Inside the 5, caught, end zone, touchdown Detroit Lions!
With money on the line. Featuring different special guests and surprises. Start times will vary depending on the game. Only on our Woodward Sports YouTube channel.
What happens when you run a great business for over 50 years? You expand and offer more products to more people. That is exactly what Les Stanford did by adding Les Stanford Buick GMC, the same great service that customers have come to know and trust on Woodward Avenue, just south of 9 Mile. Check out Les Stanford in Dearborn today. Find the brand you want at lesstanford.com, lesstanford.com.
Find new roads.
Find them.
Welcome back to Ermanni and Edwards with Maz. Ryan won't be with us today. We wish you blessings and love, brother. But before we go, I gotta let the people that are watching or listening at home what just happened. So our man Parker, who heads up the TD booth, our guy, does a hell of a job every day. He's getting better and better and better. Commands the show now. He'll give us a countdown for whoever has to do the coming back from break read or going into break. And he usually gives us the 3, 2. Well, he counted down for himself and Maz called him on it. And Maz, you're a terrible guy, but it was extremely funny. He's like, why you counting down yourself?
It's not even for myself
How
at
you
this point. I just want to set my boy JB up for success.
Here's what you do.
Maz is just trying to sell me out.
Here's what you do. JB, 5 seconds to countdown. He can do the 5 seconds.
You gotta be kind. You gotta be consistent. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
But I will say this: Parker is correct. He is consistent. He does that even on his turn all the time. And
if I can't break his chops, who's gonna break his chops?
No, you're absolutely correct.
Hey, by the way, give us a like on YouTube, guys.
Yeah,
help us out.
We got like 518 in the chat right now.
Go.
75 likes.
Come on,
Lions game day, baby.
75 likes.
Get us some more likes, man.
Get 500 likes today.
There we go, Maz. That's what we got on the morning show. Should be able to get it here, baby.
Let's do it.
Here we go. Let's get it cracking. Maz, you asked me a question about the ring ceremony. NFL following in the steps of the NBA, blah, 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 extending more commercial breaks. We know what it's about. It's about the cash. It's about the dollar bill. But what does it do to one side? It could be a scary thing now doing that. And the reason why I say that is if I'm the team that wants to get the ring, if I'm the team that wants to get to where that team is, like this is more fuel. This gives the Lions more fuel. They're now staring at the rings. They're staring at the process. They're thinking about what it means. They're looking at what the Chiefs were able to do in the offseason in terms of commercials and all that and people talking about them. You want that.
Saturday Night Live
for Travis Kelce for the second or third time. Like, you're watching that as a Detroit Lion. This is just me as a player. I'm, like, furious. I'm like, that's what I want. They're in the way of what I need. And I'm going out there with that fire, and I'm bringing everything that I have to the Kansas City Chiefs. Right. And with the Kansas City Chiefs, I think it can go either way. One is like, hey, we want another one. But sometimes it's like, damn, this looks good. And then you're like, well, this feels good. It's just, and you start to calm down a little bit. You start to not be as hungry anymore.
Look at last year, the Rams, big ceremony, and
they got their butts,
and they got their butts handed to them by the Bills.
So
they never recovered.
In my estimation, it fuels the people not getting the ring more. So I think it plays for the Lions' favor.
Good. Looking forward to it.
What do you think?
I mean, at least this is, if I was a Lions player, I feel like the perspective I would have on is, remember in high school, to have your homecoming game?
Yeah.
And whoever you scheduled for that homecoming game, you knew you were going to beat up on them. Now, I know it's the NFL's call, but the fact that the Lions historically are the Lions, everybody knows what they are. And the Chiefs, they're pretty damn close to a dynasty at this point. I think they need another ring. I know, Bray, you agree with that.
Yeah, but they got to get it this year.
To have the Lions be the opening game for a Kansas City Chiefs ring ceremony, it's just a slap in the face almost. I'd be pissed off, to your point, Bray. I would want that, but then at the end of it, I was like, why do you have us this week?
Okay, see, now you sound like a coach that's trying to create
Okay.
I'm not mad. I create the mental atmosphere. It was like, man, they scheduled you guys like a homecoming game. They scheduled the Lions because they believe in the Lions.
Okay.
They believe in them finally. So I think in that regard, I think the NFL actually is showing the Lions, we believe you're new Lions. But to the same extent, the Lions got to take the stands. Nobody really believes in the Lions.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it sounds good. It's a trend. They got to go in there and they got to think and know that nobody really believes that we can beat the Chiefs. Nobody's really betting this money on that. Everybody's taking the points. Nobody's going there betting the money line. Like, so to your point then, I would have that speech for him, man.
Hey, man, the Lions, if they win this game, somehow
they're
win this
going
game
to win.
Tomorrow on, all our shows, of course, but I'm talking about the NFL Network. Good
Who
Morning
watches
Football.
the NFL Network?
Well, Good Morning Football.
Okay,
it is a good show.
I watched that. I don't watch
They
NFL
will
Network.
be they're all Lion slappies, basically.
Yeah.
And they're all going to say, I mean, I can just hear Kyle Brandt and Peter
Yeah.
Schrager. Peter Schrager's
Schrager's gonna love him
in the preseason.
Yeah.
This team could explode if they win this game.
And the good thing about it is everybody wants to love the Lions. Like, it's not a situation where people are like, oh, okay, they are good. It's not like that. Like, everybody's talking, they want the Lions to be good because they want to like the Lions. They like Dan Campbell. They like what they're doing here. They like the attitude. They like kneecaps all of a sudden, or biting kneecaps. But you know what I like? I like, what are the opening day uniforms going to look like?
You know they're going to look good.
What are the opening day? You know what? I think we might have footage, or we might have a picture of what the opening day unis
Check
are going to
them
be
out.
like. Hook us up, Parker.
The White Lions, baby.
Made the right call.
Made
Thank goodness.
the right call. You know what? I've been a fan of these because I think our last time they saw was it the Green Bay Monday night game.
That's when they debuted.
They debuted. And we watched that at O'Toole's.
And they lost that game.
They did.
But that's the old line.
Wore them against the Giants in
Yep.
New York. Won.
And won that game.
Won that one.
They did. They played pretty good against Green
Well,
Bay.
the Chiefs will be in
Defense
their
played
red.
great.
Chiefs will be in their red. And this white goes nice against them.
It's going to be a nice one. You said it yesterday. This is actually a good uniform game. It's
It
good
is.
on the eyes. It's good for the aesthetics. Who is that? Amon-Ra St. Brown?
That is.
Oh yeah. Sun God, baby.
Is he gonna have that year? Is he moving into the top 7 this year?
Yes.
He's moving into the top 7.
Drinking that Kool-Aid.
14.
I think it's very possible.
Very possible.
Very possible. There's just the wide receiver position in the NFL right now is
Stacked.
so stacked, more
It's
than it ever
stacked.
has been.
Yeah.
There's going to be another guy to add to that top 10 list at the end of the year, most likely, probably George Pickens. But there's going to be a guy that.
This is true. This is true.
Garrett Wilson too. Yeah, it's a good call.
Garrett Wilson last year had a breakout year. Speaking of breakout year, speaking of rookies, Jack Campbell is a guy that I'm looking for. And I know I was one of those guys where I was like, oh, Jack Campbell
Yeah,
first
we
round.
all did.
I want to see what Jack Campbell actually is going to be about. He's an Iowa guy. His lateral movement has surprised me in the preseason. Moves a lot better than I thought he would. And I think he fits in well with the scheme. I think Aaron Glennon was talking about the linebackers, and I think he brought up Jack Campbell and the linebackers. You got that for us, Parker?
Yeah, why don't we hear about that? Aaron Glenn on the linebackers.
Obviously, Alex, he's the field general. I mean, he knows this defense like the back of his hand. He's been with me for a long time. I would say that's his strong point. Also, I would say in coverage is a strong point. Jack, big, strong, physical, blue collar, hard worker. Easily can pick a defense up, which he has already done. And he fits who we are to a T. Derek Bourne's explosive, fast, violent, get downhill, knock someone out type of mentality. That's his strong point. Malcolm's just a bulldog. So I would say this, all those guys deserve to play. All those guys will play. The thing is they have a role on special teams also. So that's a good thing because you have your best players out on the field. So, man, I'm looking forward to those guys playing throughout the season. You know, I can't tell you exactly how much they're going to play, but they're going to play.
Hey, guys, before we digest what Aaron Glenn had to say about those linebackers, I want to tell you about, well, you know our guy. Jeff is on today. That's right. The Woodward Sports Lions pregame show returns for another season. Join WSN host Jeff Iafrate with weekly special guests. We're all going to be here tonight. The Woodward Sports YouTube channel. Make sure you keep it on all night long, whether you're sipping the Kool-Aid or kicking and screaming SOL. I'm not saying that anymore. You will not want to miss the show every Thursday at 6 p.m. And tonight, of course, we're going to have that right before the game for you, right after the heavyweights. Join us all season long for an action-packed Lions pre-game experience. We'll see you tonight at 6.
If you're just listening, just tune in. We just listened from Aaron Glenn talking about the linebackers, most and notably Jack Campbell, rookie. Hey, when you listen to Aaron Glenn talk about those linebackers, really excited about all his linebackers, but yeah, like a little extra pep in the step when he's talking about Jack Campbell, man. What do you think made him feel that way?
I mean, I think everybody Detroit Lions related has a little extra pep in their step when talking about Jack Campbell, especially, no knock, but when you compare it to Alex Anzalone, solid player, but I think Jack Campbell's abilities is what everything you could wish for from Alex Anzalone. But Jack Campbell's going to be huge in this game, especially limited Travis Kelce. Andy Reid's going to get in his play calling bad with Matt Nagy, and I think they're going to utilize these running backs from Kansas City, especially Jerick McKinnon in the quick little screen game, especially even Clyde Edwards-Helaire, and then Isaiah Pacheco, who's going to be their workhorse back. He's a physical runner, so a guy like Jack Campbell is going to be huge because Anzalone gets to the ball. He can sniff out those screens, but when it comes to finishing the play, that's where he struggles. And Jack Campbell, he's going to be a blanket over all that. So I think he's an intelligent football player, all the tools you could possess, and he's going to have a huge game tonight. And Aaron Glenn, I don't think there's no more person that's more excited than Aaron Glenn, possibly than Kelvin Shepard. Maybe Kelvin Shepard, but Aaron Glenn, I mean, Jack Campbell could possibly be the guy that's saving his job as far as how the front seven looks.
Yeah, in terms of Jack Campbell, in terms of Andy Reid using the running backs, I absolutely agree. They're going to use him, especially when Travis Kelce not being at his best. But I saw Jack Campbell. I saw him in college, and I saw him play pretty good against that lateral movement of those running backs in the Big Ten. Big Ten had really, really good running backs while he was there. His lateral movement, I think he'll be okay. That Travis Kelce not being full speed is what gets me going. I just thinking about Jack Campbell, because I think he'll be on the field more. I think that was a big thing for me, is him getting off the field, and they don't want to create mismatches with him and Travis Kelce. But now, I think they keep him on the field a lot more often.
Able to.
Looking forward to it, man. Like I said, I want to see that defense. They're not going to be last anymore. They're going to be middle of the pack or above this year.
Parker, do we have a crack man on the phone?
We do.
We do have crack man. That's
do.
what I was saying.
Wow.
Let's bring him in. Lions #1 fan, crack man, as he's in KC. Crack man.
Oh, look at this.
What's the word, big guy? How you feeling?
What's up, Ron?
How you feeling?
Well, we're out here ready to get in the game, baby. It's insane. Lions fans everywhere. We're going to kick that ass, brother.
Let me see that crowd, Ron.
They shocked the world.
Show us the crowd, crack man, if you could.
Hey, Ron, how was the ride down there in the crack man bus?
It was great. It was a great ride. We had a little rain one day, but everything's going good. It's just an awesome weekend. The Lions fans everywhere. It's rocking down here. Having a great time.
Where are you sitting tonight?
I'm in the end zone. Sitting in the end zone.
That's where the Detroit Lions plan to be. Crack man, what's the score going to be? Because I know the Lions going to win.
Oh, anyway, in the end zone. Also, I want to give a big shout out. I got John Caney with me, the owner of the Irish Coffee in Grosse Pointe. Just to say hello. If you can't make the game in Detroit, go to Irish Coffee. Enjoy yourself on the patio. Beers cold, big specials, and the owner's buying.
Hey, Ron, who's going to win tonight? What's the score? What's the score tonight?
I don't care if it's 3-0. Let's just win.
That's it, baby.
Game.
And that is about the best answer that you can get.
Have a great time, Ron.
Campbell's got these guys where they want to be. They're going to watch them. When they watch them raise that championship flag up, them players are going to be pumped up, and we're going to spoil their party, baby. Woo!
That's what I'm talking about, Craig, man. We appreciate you for coming on, brother.
Woo. Hey, Crackman, let's take a look at Arrowhead. Show us Arrowhead Stadium.
Well, I'm in line right now. Hold on a minute.
Yeah.
That's all right. We'll let you go. Have fun tonight, and have a safe drive home tomorrow.
Okay, we'll be in touch.
All right, we'll get you on next week. We'll get you in studio.
Hey, hold on.
That is the Lions Hall of Fame fan, Ron Cracchiola. They call him the Crack Man.
Let me ask you this question: Did you see that? It looked like they're on the freeway.
It did.
Like,
I think
that was the overpass.
It's right off the freeway.
It is. It's like Bowling Green.
Exactly.
It's like Bowling Green.
It's right there. So that's there you go.
Bowling Green.
There you go.
It is like Bowling Green State's like right off the freeway.
Oh yeah, right off I-75, baby.
Hey, look, let's take a break.
Yep.
Let's take a break, and when we get back, we'll talk about Crack Man. Let's get back into the Detroit
we got
Lions.
Tim
And also,
20 waiting for us.
We got Tim 20 waiting in the wings. Look, man, it's a packed show, man.
Let's go.
We'll do that, but first, we have a message from
Big Boy.
Big Boy.
Burgers and chicken sandwiches are taking over at Big Boy. It's burger time. Try the best cheeseburger or the new pretzel bacon cheeseburger. Try them both. Why not? Craving chicken? How about that Dolly chicken sandwich? Or make it hot with the Bob's hot chicken sandwich. Upgrade those fries to get the chili cheese fries or the loaded baked potato fries. Make sure you save room for dessert. I always tell you about the strawberry pie. Well, how about the Reese's chocolate peanut butter thunder cake? Or, even better, the sweet tooth, well, you're going to be taken care of if you get the funnel cake fries. All this and more at Big Boy.
Where's the most convenient place to get that big fitness energy?
It's Planet Fitness.
Join today for just $1 down, $10 a month. With over 2,400 locations and equipment for every workout, you can get in, get energized, and get going. And with free fitness training and most clubs open 24 hours, everyone belongs in the judgment-free zone. So join today for $1 down, $10 a month, no commitment, cancel anytime. Deal ends Wednesday, September 13th.
Join now at any Metro Detroit location. Hurry, offer ends soon.
Brace yourselves, Detroit. As the sun begins to set, two of Woodward Sports' brightest young stars will be taking the mic for a brand new show. Woodward Nights with Spooner and Broder. The dog days in Detroit are over, and the boys are unleashed. Join in on the banter and hop on the bandwagon of the #1 night show on the internet. Tune into the Woodward Sports YouTube channel every weeknight from 8 to 10 p.m. Woodward Nights with Spooner and Broder.
It's the Randy Wise Celebrity Golf Tour.
You're a good coach, Tim. Oh, great shot.
Some of the biggest names in Michigan sports, and some, well, not so much.
Oh, yeah, baby. Oh, yeah, baby.
Watch episodes at woodwardsports.com.
At the Academy of Warren, they have a brand new state-of-the-art sports dome field house with a regulation basketball court, volleyball court, and soccer field that can also be used for 7-on-7 football. K-8 that features AM and PM latchkey, Houghton Mifflin curriculum, small classroom sizes, learning street, free breakfast and lunch, and much, much more. The Academy of Warren is now accepting new enrollment, so go to the academyofwarren.net. That website again, academyofwarren.net.
Welcome back. It's Ermanni and Edwards with Maz. On the day the Lions are to play the Kansas City Chiefs out in Arrowhead Stadium. Just heard from Crack Man. We appreciate Crack Man. Tom Mazaway, how you feeling?
I'm good, man. I want to know if Tim 20man got a ride in with the Crack Man on the Lions bus. Or did he take a plane? I think he took a plane.
I think that bus might have been too wild for Tim.
You know it.
It might have been too wild for Tim. But you know what? Guess what? Tim 20man is joining us now. Let's bring him in now. Writer for the DetroitLions.com. Tim.
What's up, Tim?
Hopefully you can hear me all right. On my phone, I was having a little trouble with the computer, so hopefully you guys can hear me okay.
We hear you, buddy. Thanks for calling in.
Tim, we want to ask you the same question we just asked Crack Man. What's the energy like in KC, not Arrowhead, but what's the energy like in Kansas City right now?
I'll tell you what, guys, there's a Detroit invasion in Kansas City. I'm staying right downtown here. I'll be going over the stadium here in a couple hours, but just walking around downtown Kansas City, I have seen tons and tons of Lions jerseys. My plane here was pretty ruckus. There might have been the Forward Down the Field fight song being sung on the plane. There are quite a few Lions fans here. What a great road trip. Obviously, with the schedule, where you're playing years ahead of time. So what a great road trip to pick. And I think Detroit's going to have a significant following at Arrowhead tonight.
Tim, now, are the Detroit fan base, are they behaving themselves? We're not typically the ones to behave ourselves. Are we behaving so far?
Everybody has behaved themselves. I haven't
All right.
heard any debauchery so far, so I think everything is good. And I can't wait to get to Arrowhead here. I'm going to leave here in a couple hours and
That's
get
when it
down
begins.
there and get settled in. And then it begins, and we'll see how many people are actually there.
Hey, Tim, I wanted to ask you about, I asked Braylon this earlier, and as a player, he answered it. I want to ask you, have you been in a stadium where there is a ring ceremony, a champion being crowned in front of your face? What do you think the Lions take out of this?
You know, I can't recall that I haven't. It's interesting. I'm actually excited for tonight because this is the last stadium that I have never been to in the NFL. So I'll be able to mark all 32 off my list once I get to this one tonight. But I think the pregame is probably a little bit different. It's going to take a little bit longer with the ceremonies and the razor the banner raising. And I think they're going to have a tribute to the Hunt family too. So I think it'll just take a little bit longer. So maybe your pregame routine is a little bit messed up, but I think it's motivation for the Lions. Obviously, they want to get to where Kansas City is. They want to be doing next year what Kansas City is doing today. So I think it's motivation, if anything else.
All right, let's get the elephant in the room. It's the Travis Kelce game, right? Travis Kelce, we don't know if he's going to play. He's questionable. I guess we'll wait and see. More than likely, he will play. Chris Jones, he ain't going to play. So how does that affect the Lions? I know the line went down 2 points. It might even dropped a little bit more by the time the game kicks off. What's your take on that, Tim?
Well, it's a huge loss, obviously. I mean, you're talking about one of the most dominant interior defensive tackles. Like when you talk about pressure for a quarterback, the worst pressure you can get is that pressure up the middle. That's why Aaron Donald, Chris Jones are two of the best in the business. And look, Detroit's strength already is their offensive line. And so I think it puts a lot of pressure on some of the new guys, George Kalafdis, Derek Nottie, Dana. They've got a lot of new pieces in that defensive front for Kansas City, and now they're going to be without their anchor, their best guy, facing arguably one of the 2-3 best offensive lines in football. So I think it's a huge loss for Kansas City, and we'll see if Detroit can take advantage, especially running the ball and then protecting Goff, especially up the middle where quarterbacks hate that pressure.
Sound like a lot of Big Ten defensive linemen in this game between Dana, between Karlaftis, between Aiden Hutchinson. You talked about Chris Jones, of him not being able to go, what that means for Detroit's offensive line. Obviously, they pound the ball a little bit more and they run right at him. Talk about what happens if Travis Kelce doesn't play. Talk about what happens to Detroit's defense if he plays and he's not at his full speed. How does it change their scheme?
Well, I think, Braylon, where it changes it the most is when you watch Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce, I think where they're most dangerous is when the play breaks down, right? When Mahomes is able to get out of the pocket, ad-lib a little bit, and he and Kelce are just have this terrific connection. They're on such a same page that Travis is able to find those little areas in the zone or beat man coverage to extend plays. And I think that's when you see Travis Kelce's biggest gains and biggest plays is when it's maybe off script a little bit, and they just have such a connection on those plays. And I think that's where Kansas City is going to miss them the most. Look, Detroit's got a plan for Travis Kelce, and they'll have a plan without him too. But I think that's where the biggest difference is. It's so hard when Mahomes breaks script, when he gets out of the pocket, and he's always looking for Travis Kelce, number 87, in those scenarios. And I think that's where they're going to miss him the most.
We make so much about Travis Kelce potentially not playing, Chris Jones not playing, making it about Kansas City. But Detroit's a damn good team, too, that really went in the offseason. They went to find themselves, find their team. How should Detroit feel in terms of the confidence level walking in that field against the Kansas City Chiefs, who are the reigning Super Bowl champs?
Their confidence is high. Look, they think they've got a good football team. And I can tell you this, Braylon, last year during training camp, I could probably count on a single hand the times I left a Lions training camp practice was like, wow, Detroit's defense was right there with the offense, or wow, Detroit's defense won that day. I think it was probably 50-50 this year. I think that defense is so much improved, and I think that's where the biggest confidence raiser for the Lions is some of the guys that they brought in, CJ Gardner-Johnson, Cam Sutton. I mean, these are guys that are used to winning. These are guys that have played in big games. I don't think this moment is going to be too big for them, and I think that's rubbed off a little bit on some of the other guys. And so I think the confidence level on defense is where I've seen the biggest transformation. Look, this was a top 5 offense last year. They know they're going to be good offensively. The big question coming into this year was how much better are they going to be defensively? If they could be better defensively, then this team was going to be much more dangerous. That's just the way it was going to be. And I think the way they played in training camp, the way they matched the offense toe to toe, day in and day out in training camp, those guys on that side of the ball are really, really confident. And look, they're going to get tested today against the reigning MVP and the number 1 passing offense from last year. So Dan Campbell's going to know how good his defense is right away with Kelce or without. That's still a very dangerous team offensively with the best quarterback in the game.
Tim Twentyman joins us, Lions.com, of course, the senior writer and insider, and he has to put up with Mike O'Hara on a daily basis. My man, hey, is this the right time, Tim, to play this team?
Yeah, I think so. I think you want to play a team early. You guys mentioned the banner raising and the everything else that goes along with that. They've got a lot of new pieces up front that I talked about. They've got some young receivers that they're getting into the mix. And so I think you always want to play a team of that caliber early in the season when they're going to be maybe pounding their chest a little bit, thinking, smiling big about that banner going up and some of the other distractions maybe that tonight will present for them being their home opener, with all the stuff that's going on ahead of time. So, yeah, I think it's a great time to get them. I don't think you want to get Mahomes, a month or two into the season when he's really on the same page with a lot of these young receivers. A guy, Kadarius Toney, who missed some time last year, who, I think in 4 or 5 weeks, he's going to be much more settled into that offense. Patrick Mahomes is going to have a much better idea and a good feel for him. I think it's a great time to get him. If you're going to get him week 1 and see what your football team's all about.
Yeah, Tim, and Lucas Klotz here. Appreciate you coming on the show, man. And we just kind of touched on the defense a second ago. And Tracy Walker missed a lot of last season. CJ Gardner-Johnson, obviously new here. And Brian Branch, a rookie. And obviously Kirby Joseph is there as well. But what do you expect to see personnel-wise? Who do you think will get the most snaps out of these safeties tonight?
Yeah, pretty much how it has gone, and really Brian Branch has made it this way. He has been so good, guys, that they've really been unable to take him off the field. I mean, the plan going into this season was C.J. Gardner-Johnson was going to be your nickel cornerback, and because Brian Branch has been so consistent and so good and so versatile, that they basically said, look, we can't take this kid off the field. So he's going to play the nickel, and they've moved C.J. Gardner-Johnson back to the safety spot next to Kirby Joseph. That's pushed Tracy Walker into the second team. Now Tracy's still going to play. They're going to have some packages for him, but really you're going to see Jerry Jacobs and Cam Sutton on the outside. You're going to see Brian Branch in the nickel, and it's going to be Kirby Joseph and C.J. Gardner-Johnson at safety. And boy, between those 5 guys, that is a serious upgrade from what we saw last year.
Yeah, so I'm really interested to see that. Obviously, Brian Branch, a rookie, but another rookie that Ben Johnson spoke on recently this week was Jahmyr Gibbs, and how they plan to utilize him in ways that people really wouldn't expect. So what do you think ultimately they are going to utilize him as? Do you think he could get more rushing carries than people expect?
You guys saw that tweet from me this week, huh? That kind of blew up.
There you go.
There you go. Expecting that tweet to have the life that it did, but yeah, I think here's the one thing that you've got to understand with Jahmyr is that in my 15 years covering the NFL, I have not seen, or covering the Lions, I should say, I have not seen a better pass-catching running back come in the league. And that's Reggie Bush. That's Javid Best. This kid is just really good in terms of a route running. He always catches the ball away from his body. Braylon, you'd understand, he never breaks stride at all when he catches the ball. Some running backs will slow down maybe, make sure they catch it first. I mean, this kid is catch and go, and he's dynamic. And, one of the things I think we'll see from him in the pass game is Ben Johnson said this week, he was asked about the vertical passing game. You don't have DJ Chark anymore. Obviously, Jameson Williams is suspended. So where's your vertical threat going to come from? And he said, look, it doesn't have to be from the wide receiver position. And one thing we saw in camp a lot is Jahmyr Gibbs making plays down the field because he's such a terrific wide receiver. So some of those wheel routes, getting him in the slot, if he's matched up against a linebacker, watch for Lions to take maybe a shot or two to Jahmyr Gibbs down the field and maybe him to plant some of that vertical threat in the passing game they're not going to have without Jameson Williams. And to your question about carries, I think it's going to be about 50-50. That's what I expect. David Montgomery's looked really good too. They're going to use both those guys, but I think where Jameer can make his biggest impact, guys, is in the passing game, maybe even vertically in the passing game, something we don't see a lot of running backs in this league do.
Last one from me, Tim. You got to get, of course, talk about the quarterback, and got to ask you, what does Jared Goff have to do this year to remain the Lions' starting quarterback and get an extension going forward?
Just do what he did the last 10 games of last year, right? You say that, but it's been 324 passes, guys, since Jared Goff threw an interception.
Wow.
He has been terrific, and I think that was the recipe for success last year in those last 10 games. Look, they've got a terrific offensive line. You know they're going to be able to run the football. Jared Goff in play-action passes last year, over 130 passer rating. That was the best in the NFL. And so, good up front, run the football, play action is Jared's strength, and don't turn the football over. That was the recipe for success last year. That's the recipe for success going into this year.
He's Tim Twentyman, Detroit News, DetroitLions.com. Always comes to the show, and he always shows up, man. We appreciate you so much. Hey, bring the Lions some luck, man. I already went on record said they're going to beat the hell out of the Chiefs, so he got to bring them some luck.
Thanks, Tim.
I hope so. Enjoy the game tonight, guys.
You
Tim,
too, man. Have a safe trip
Thank
back. Tim Twentyman, senior writer, of course, an insider for DetroitLions.com. We got some insiders here as well on Woodward Sports. Resident Sparty, Spencer Raxter, and Wolverine, well, I wouldn't call him a Walmart Wolverine, but I guess he is. Flannel Sam, they go head-to-head. Woodward Sports' latest show on Woodward Rivals. Don't miss Flannel Sam breaking down why this may be the year for U of M, or heavyweight Spencer Raxter body slamming every Flannel Sam stat that comes his way. Every Thursday from 7 to 8, go to the YouTube channel and search Woodward Sports.
When we come back, let's take a quick break. When we come back, react to some of the things that Tim was talking about, especially the Jahmyr Gibbs catching the ball in the backfield, because that's something that extremely exciting. But beforehand, why don't we talk a little bit about Guardian Alarm and what they could do for us?
Yeah. Guardian Alarm has customized solutions from real experts. Our professional technicians take the time to recommend security and automation solutions specific to your needs. 24/7 professional monitoring. Call us anytime, day or night, and know that a Guardian team member will stay on the phone as long as needed. Technology backed by people. Your safety and security deserves technology that's been proven to work and people who have been proven to care. You can see this number right above me is 1-800.
Stay out.
That number again.
1-800. Stay out.
Call that number today and visit.
Guardian Alarm.
Tell them Woodward Sports sent you.
Yeah, ask for Jason.
The sports marketing agency would not be who we are without great community partners like Higuera Health and Carol Zaniga.
It's an awesome opportunity to partner with your organization. Higuera Health is a comprehensive behavioral health organization. We serve children through older adults with mental health, substance use, and developmental disabilities across Western Wayne counties, and really excited to now be in downriver communities as well. Give us a call at 734-458-4601.
Have you ever argued with your little brother? How about some random guy you're stuck in a room with for an hour? Flannel Sam and Spencer Raxter are at each other's throats. One Spartan alumni and one Walmart Wolverine are locked in a room with nowhere to hide. You're welcome. Whether it's go blue or go green, you can go to woodwardsports.com for all the action. Coming soon to a device near you.
Calling all landscapers, this is Darren McCarty. I'm at Outdoor Equipment Co. How would you like to landscape like a legend? How about a bad boy zero turn? And even a chainsaw. And even a weed whipper. So register today at OutdoorEquipCo.com, and even you could have DMAC on your landscaping crew.
Wondering where the best Lions tailgate is? Well, that's easy. It's Eastern Market, the official Detroit Lions tailgate party at Shed number 5 in Eastern Market. Woodward Sports will be broadcasting live for every home game. The 3-star Michelin buffet featuring Chef Aaron May, VIP parking, and even tickets if you need them. How do you sign up? Go to bullseyeeventgroup.com and tailgate like a VIP. Once again, that is bullseyeeventgroup.com.
Hey, those long drinks are pretty good, man. We've been talking about them. I think it's because they use gin. I think I told you it's different than vodka, and it's less spritzy.
Smooth.
It's
I'm not
smooth.
a carbonation guy.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
It's not a lot of carbonation. Braylon Edwards, Tom Mazaway. Doing the show today. Ryan and Monty be back with us tomorrow. Big game tonight. Big game tonight, Detroit Lions. Hey, Lucas, you asked a couple great questions. You asked a question about the safeties and what the rotation was going to be. I thought that was a really good one. Gave us some insight there. But Jahmyr Gibbs, that's the one. That's our number one draft pick this year. He's a guy that we moved up to draft, much like the year before, in Jameson Williams, but he's here. He's present. So many people have said so many good things, whether it's Barry Sanders, whether it's our own Brad Holmes and why he drafted him, and then you hear Tim Twentyman talk about how they're going to use him. How excited are you that we now got a guy we believe in that can be a dual threat like you see around the NFL?
I mean, I think it's just almost refreshing because we've had kind of a version of what we want Jahmyr Gibbs to be in DeAndre Swift. However, DeAndre Swift could never stay on the field. Jahmyr Gibbs, I think for his rookie year, at the bare minimum, we can expect to see him healthy, especially when you have David Montgomery, a back like that, who I understand Jamal Williams was there. But David Montgomery is much more explosive than Jamal Williams, so he's going to open this offense up even more for Jahmyr Gibbs. So he's going to have even more space to work. And when you have a player like Jahmyr Gibbs in space, one-on-one with a linebacker, safety, defensive end, you name it, that's a matchup he's going to win 9 out of 10 times, maybe even 10 out of 10 times, depending on who the defender is. So as a Lions fan, knowing that, it's like how we were just talking about Jack Campbell on the defense. It's like that's what Jahmyr Gibbs is for the offense.
You watch this kid. You watch his tape from Georgia Tech and then from Alabama, and you know what? I slept on him. I just did. But when they took him, and once I started watching this guy, I just got more excited and more excited. And what did I say when Ryan always says, who's the one guy on this team besides Jared Goff that you can't live without? I said it's going to be him. I believe he is going to be the number one weapon ahead of Amon-Ra St. Brown, ahead of Jameson Williams, ahead of David Montgomery. I believe the Lions offense will go as Jahmyr Gibbs goes.
Welcome to 2023, because I definitely thought that he would be more than Amon-Ra St. Brown. Just the duality. Just the duality about him. Parker, I think you had your hands up.
Yeah, I mean, Lucas kind of nailed it on the head. I mean, this guy is going to be a star. We are talking about this kid already before the season even starts, potentially beating Bijan Robinson. There's a potential of him beating Bijan Robinson for Offensive Rookie of the Year. He is one of the most dynamic. I mean, Twentyman also said it. He is one of the most dynamic players to come out of the draft that he's seen in years. I think we have a lot to wait for. I think until proven wrong, Jahmyr Gibbs is going to be one of the best players on that offense.
Hey, Bijan for Atlanta, he don't have any protection.
No.
He don't have the offensive line the Lions have. He certainly doesn't have the quarterback. And the receivers, they're okay. But Atlanta, they're all going to depend on Bijan. So I believe Jahmyr Gibbs could have a better year than him. I agree with you, Parker.
And that's where I was going. I mean, he has Drake London. He has Kyle Pitts. Kyle Pitts in my fantasy.
He hasn't showed yet.
He had 1,000 as a rookie.
Did he?
He had 1,000.
Right.
He had 1,000 as a rookie.
Well, I had him at fantasy. He sucked at fantasy. So.
Last year he wasn't as good as he was year before. But you're absolutely correct, though. You're right. But because that's one of the things we talked about. Could Jahmyr Gibbs supplant Bijan Robinson in terms of this year as Offensive Rookie of the Year? And the way that I think the Lions are going to go, the way that I think Jahmyr is going to go, they're going to your point, Maz, they're going to depend on him. They're going to use him a lot. I don't see why he won't be Rookie of the Year. I mean, Offensive Rookie.
I mean, how many total yards do you think he could have? At least 1,000.
He said 1,000 on the ground, 500 through the air.
You think 1,000 on the ground?
That's what Jahmyr said. He said, especially in this system.
Maz, it's 17. Why can't he have 1,000? Jamal Williams had 1,000 last year.
Yeah, I guess so.
And that's Jamal Williams. Like, you're talking about a guy. You're talking about them splitting carries between he and David Montgomery. I definitely think he see 1,000. Definitely see 500.
Who do you guys think is going to have more touchdowns today, David Montgomery or Jahmyr Gibbs?
Tonight?
Yeah.
I think both tonight and on the season. I think D-Mont's going to be just a red zone workhorse.
I think it's D-Mont's game. I think you heard Tim Twentyman said they're crafting a couple plays for Jahmyr Gibbs. I think those will be big plays. I don't think they score. I think David Montgomery, they want to run the ball down the Kansas City Chiefs' throat, especially no Chris Jones. They're coming at them. They're going to run it right down their throat. They're trying to extend drives. That means that David Montgomery's touching the ball more. And I think David Montgomery will be the red zone, the goal line presence that Jamal Williams was in terms of, hey,
I hope you're right.
We're inside the 4-yard line. Bring in Dave and then give him the ball.
David Montgomery, besides Nick Chubb, has broke the most tackles in the NFL over the last 3 seasons. That's the strength of David Montgomery, and that's behind this offensive line. Good luck.
How are we doing on likes, by the way, Parker?
We have
some likes up.
223 likes, 795 viewers.
Come on, guys. If everyone liked it, we should have 796
in
likes.
a matter of 5 minutes.
Hey, look, give us a like, man. We're trying to put together a good show for you guys. We're trying to get you ready for the night because we know you guys are going to turn up, enjoy the line. You know what? That's what we could talk about a little bit before we go to break, and then we get into top 10 because I got a damn good top 10 for you. And got a good cap.
Oh, of course.
Or no cap. But one thing I want to talk about just the excitement, the energy. You can feel it. It's out. The presence is out. The energy is out. It might be time to make a bet since the energy is so good, man.
You know it, and it's our man Booner again. He's up against it. If you need help on your betting decisions, we got you covered. It is how many glizzies Joey Chestnut's got? I'm not reading that anymore. There's one man at Woodward Sports to go to when you need your lock,
Lord have mercy.
and it's Booner. That's right. At Woodward Bets, have no fear. Booner is he's locking in all football season to bring you the best picks. Saturdays 11 a.m. Sundays at 11:30 a.m. I see him through the glass today. He's been jumping up and down like the rest of us. Go to YouTube and search Woodward Sports and check out Booner on Woodward Bets.
Hey, here's a quick little story. Mike Evans.
What's a glizzy? A glizzy?
It's a hot dog.
That's a hot dog?
It's a glizzy.
Yeah.
It's a new,
Whatever happened to calling it a dog?
Well, I mean,
culture
culture
change.
too,
All right, here we go.
It's New York, though. That's glizzy comes from New York.
Yeah, I never heard of it.
It's Coney Island.
All right.
It's Coney Island. It's a glizzy.
You got it.
No, I don't.
You got me.
No, I absolutely don't.
I'd go for a hot dog, though.
You go for a hot dog right now.
I could
go for a glizzy.
Yeah,
if you're in Kansas City, what would you be eating if you're in Kansas City right now? Like,
well, hell.
Ribs?
Well, hell. I would just go.
Anything barbecue.
Pulled pork,
Barbecue.
mac and cheese.
Oh, yeah.
I'd go car to car,
mac
man.
and cheese.
I'd go car to car. Supposedly, it is the best
tailgate
in the NFL.
Yeah,
the best tailgate in the NFL.
Because the food is fire, man. Like every time. So I've only played in I played in Arrowhead twice. But every time you come in, man, you smell it right away. It's just like, this is just like not fair.
Now, here's a little something that people
food
probably don't
afterwards
know.
is good. Go ahead.
Kansas City's Arrowhead Stadium.
100%.
It sits in a parking lot with Kauffman Stadium.
It does.
So it's like the Silverdome. When you pulled into the Silverdome, you park and you hang out and you have a good time.
Right.
When the Lions built Ford Field downtown, there wasn't that kind of room. So that's why people are going to Eastern Market. Now, it's not as convenient as parking where the stadium is, but it is what it is.
It's not too bad, though.
Now, Kansas City, Arrowhead Stadium was the sister stadium to Giant Stadium. The same builder. They were the same stadium when they were built. Unfortunately, they took Giant Stadium down, which was a bad move, and they built the metal as MetLife, which is a horrible stadium. It's okay,
Hey, man,
but it really has got no personality or nothing like it. But just a little side note that Arrowhead Stadium, which is still going and looking great, was the sister stadium to Giant Stadium.
Well, we appreciate that history lesson, man. It was a great one. How about we do this? How about we take a quick break?
All right.
How about we get this crowd going again with cap and no cap? Because I got the big cap. So we can get the big cap.
Maybe I'll wear that
going.
cap.
Maybe you'll wear that cap.
Yeah.
But before, we got to talk a little bit about Swiss Insurance.
Yes, sir.
Swiss Insurance. Do you have football on the brain like
I
myself?
do.
Well, of course you do. Fall ushers in college and professional football, and this year is going to be awesome. Fall is also a perfect time to shop your home and auto insurance. Well, shop it with the pro like Swiss Insurance. They cover us here at WSN, and they should be covering you too as well. Ask for Mark at Swiss Insurance today at SwissINS.com or give them a call at 248-800-4177. Swiss Insurance.
Come hang with the Woodward Sports Crew all throughout football season on Saturdays and Sundays. Join our college football and Detroit Lions live watch parties.
Inside the 5, caught, end zone, touchdown Detroit Lions!
With money on the line, featuring different special guests and surprises. Start times will vary depending on the game. Only on our Woodward Sports YouTube channel.
Big Boy Strawberry Fest has officially arrived, and we're here to show you the very best flavors of the season. Satisfy your sweet tooth with our deep-fried vanilla Oreos, strawberry hot fudge cake, and a slice of our classic strawberry pie. But that's not all. Cool off on a refreshing summer splash salad, or savor the flavors of our chicken Caesar wrap and strawberry bacon chicken wrap. And for breakfast lovers, don't miss out on our strawberry hotcakes or our mouth-watering red velvet waffle. Strawberry Fest is something for everyone. Celebrate the sweet season with us at Big Boy.
Now, coming to Woodward Sports, Woodward and Main Street, the Woodward Sports Network Detroit Lions Show. Let's go! Catch Gabrielle D. Phillips, Matt Broder, and Terry Foster for all the latest news on your Detroit Lions every week. Only on the Woodward Sports Network YouTube channel and woodwardsports.com.
5 Iron Golf. You want to come downtown to the Cambria Hotel and have a darn good time. I'm talking about 13 brand new simulators so you can play any course around the world that you want to. Practice, play, party, do whatever you want to do. Drinks are amazing, and also the food is good too. And on Thursdays, that's right, like today, 5 to 7, we do the Woodward Sports Golf League. It is fun. It is the place to be. Downtown Detroit, 5 Iron Golf at the Cambria Hotel.
Yes.
You see the hat. Yes. You see what it is. Ermanni and Edwards with Maz.
That's some
My
cap.
boy Lucas in the Maz chair. This is the cap, the ultimate cap hat. So that must mean it's time to play cap or no cap. I forgot what
I
came
like my
up
cap
with.
though. Look, see my cap, my old baseball.
That's like
style?
that's like a fisherman's hat.
Look at that.
That's like flat, like a flat fisherman's hat. All right, here we go, Parker. Let me get these.
Lukey, how you liking that chair, by the way?
Feels good.
You digging it?
I'm feeling in for the presence of greatness in this
Thanks,
chair,
man.
Mazzy.
It's good to have Luke with us today, and Ryan, we're thinking about you, and we'll see you tomorrow.
All right, here we go.
Let's roll.
Let's get the party started. You see the first one, cap or no cap? Maz, I come to you. Patrick Mahomes hit his average on season openers being 320 yards, 3 touchdowns, and no interceptions.
That is no cap. He will still dominate tonight. Not dominate, but he will do his usual.
But hold on, and to say he has to hit a season opener, that means he throws no picks.
I know.
No. Oh, you're saying no picks?
No picks.
Ooh, I don't know about that one, man.
No picks. I love our Lions.
Okay.
I love CJ. I love him. Tracy Walker, bring him on. Kirby Joseph, take one home. All right, no cap.
There we go.
You just changed
There
me.
we go.
Sorry, Patty. You're going down
show
tonight.
It again, Parker. You got to show Maz with the cap. You got to show Maz with the cap. No cap. He changed his cap now. It is cap.
All right.
Lucas is on you. Patrick Mahomes hits his average 320, 3 touchdowns.
I'm going to leave the cap on. I think he could go over. I think he could go over in the touchdown, maybe even the yardage, but he's going to throw an interception.
See, that means it's cap. There it is. See, that's how we did it. Thank you. No, I'm talking about Parker. He had the no cap up there for you still, man.
That's okay.
Parker, what about yourself, man?
Man, there's one man that has averaged a pick in every season opener that he has had, and that is CJ Gardner-Johnson.
Look at Parker with the
stat man over here.
Stat man.
He's coming out and coming into the season last year, leading the league in interceptions with 6. CJ Gardner-Johnson will not let this happen. This is cap.
Ooh, exactly. That's what it's supposed to be. Look at the secondary. They put all the money in the secondary. You got Cam Sutton. We know Emmanuel Mosley won't play, but you got Cam Sutton, CJ Gardner-Johnson, Kirby Joseph is doing this thing.
Tracy
Jerry
Walker's
Jacobs
coming back.
Tracy Walker's coming back. Brian Branch, the new rookie.
That's right.
Come
Cam
on,
Sutton.
man. You see what time it is. I'm sticking with the big cap on this one.
There we go, bro.
Next one.
JB.
I'm going to get JB on the Actually, no, JB, what you got? Cap or no cap?
Oh, this one's easy. I'll keep it simple. This is cap. Patrick Mahomes will hit his average, but he will have 1 pick tonight.
Ooh,
Yes, sir.
JB coming with quick facts. I see you. What do we have now? Parker. Lions become the favorite to win the NFC if they win. Ladies and gentlemen, I was thinking about it. I said if the Lions go to Arrowhead and they beat Kansas City Chiefs convincingly.
Wow.
It's already an NFC that is semi up for grabs outside of the Eagles. You got the 49ers, and what's their quarterback going to be? And then it gets interesting. So if the Lions were to beat the Kansas City Chiefs, Lucas, I'll start with you. Do they become the favorites to win the NFC?
Cap. No,
cap.
I think Niners are going to drop.
That's asking too much?
Yep, Niners are going to drop against the Steelers and Mike Tomlin week 1, but I still think Philly is the favorite. I think week 2,
okay,
if the Lions beat Seattle, that's when they would become the favorite.
All right.
JB, give me some info. What you think, man? Automatically they jump into number 1 in the NFC?
Power rankings?
No, this is Cap.
This
here.
is
I'm
Cap.
sorry.
I was reaching?
Yeah, reaching just a little
Okay,
bit. I
okay.
feel on the same lines as Lucas. Like, I still
Okay.
need to see it just a little bit more. Like Rick Ross said, show us.
Okay.
So I'm gonna need to see week 2 before I put them as your NFC favorites. But still,
Maz.
The Lions will be the favorite. So
Yeah.
no cap.
Let's
If
go.
they-
Kool-Aid
I told
is
you,
flowing.
If they win this game tomorrow, NFL Network is going to be all Lions.
Let's go.
And the power rankings are going to come out on Tuesday, and the Lions are
Oh,
going to be the
God.
first team because
Oh,
who
God.
else? Who else will pull off a win
Yeah.
like this?
Yeah.
There's no matchup
Tell
like
'em.
this. If you beat the Super Bowl champions and you're already looked at as a team on the rise, why not be number 1?
Could you imagine NFL?
You ready for this?
Yeah.
Number 1 in the power
Yeah.
rankings.
Why not?
Hey, ladies
I hope
and
so.
gentlemen, that's no cap.
Yes,
Oh.
sir.
That is absolutely no cap because I'm gonna tell you like this: the NFL is struggling to find the number 1 because they really don't. They don't believe in Philly as much as they want you to believe.
Right.
They believe in Philly. They think Shine Steichen leaving, that's really gonna have a problem on that offensive side. And they replaced a lot of starters, including C.J. Gardner-Johnson. I'm trying to tell you, if that offense looks suspect when they win their first game, I can easily see the flip. And I'd say the Detroit Lions will be number 1 if they win. But Maz, why don't you tell a little bit about tonight? We got a live stream.
We do. But first, I'm going to tell you about nothing's better than the fall. That's right, watching hours of college and pro football. Sit back, crack open a cold one, line up your bets, and tune in to watch college and pro football with your favorite Woodward sports personalities. We're all going to be here tonight. Watch Michigan and Michigan State games every Lions Sunday. And, of course, tonight, we break it open tonight. We have debuting our Lions watch party tonight. Enjoy Woodward Sports Live game watch party. Watch parties with Woodward Sports Live on YouTube. The key word is Woodward Sports. So you keep it here all night long, all the way to 1 o'clock in the morning. That's how long we're going to be on. How about that?
Yeah, that was a good one. That was good. I got a little ahead of myself. I got a little excited. Ladies and gentlemen, we're playing cap or no cap. Let's get right back to it. Cap or no cap, Lions could beat the Chiefs if they were at full street. So basically what I'm saying is if Chris Jones would have signed and Travis Kelce would be playing, the Lions still had a chance to win the game. Maz, is that cap or is that no cap?
That is cap.
Oh, that's cap.
That's
Lions
cap.
not ready yet.
I don't think so.
Right.
At 6.5, the spread never moved.
This is true.
Until Travis Kelce went down. And again, we do not know if he's going to play and how long he will play, how many plays he's going to play. If he does get in, you know it's going to be red zone only, or maybe a 4th down play that they need a couple of yards. Besides that, I don't think so. With Chris Jones on that defensive line, one of the best, you called it, Aaron Donald and him, top 2. That would have been a tough thing to do. I still think they would have played hard.
Yeah.
But I don't think they could have done it without these 2 breaks.
Quentin Williams in there somewhere. Parker, I'll go to you before I come to Lucas, who's chomping at the bit to get the Mavs. I'll go to you first.
Hear me out.
I'm listening.
We're going to start it off this way.
Okay.
Any team can beat any team in the NFL. Doesn't
Any given
matter.
Sunday, right?
This is the world champion Kansas City Chiefs. This is no cap. No matter what situation they are in, they can always beat the Kansas City Chiefs.
So I'm confused. You said
no cap. They can beat the Chiefs if they are at full strength.
Oh, okay. So no
I
cap.
think no matter what.
Okay.
No matter what, any team can beat any team, regardless of what situation they're in.
You gave us that whole dissertation just to get to that. I thought you were gonna. You were gonna say the Chiefs are gonna win.
By the way,
Chiefs
Mike G says Parker's graphics are off the hook.
No, Parker's amazing with the graphics.
How about that?
Parker's, we've gotten a lot better since he's been doing the graphics, and I appreciate you for that. JB, what you got?
This is cap. I'm sorry. Even before the season started, we were kind of scared of the Chiefs, but now seeing that they're down a couple weapons, this helps us out a lot more. Hey, a win's a win. We're gonna win tonight, even if the Chiefs aren't at full strength. But this is cap.
I love logical individuals. Lucas, I come to you, my brother. Is this cap or is this no cap?
Damn cap.
There's no cap.
The Lions are one of the only teams up there with the Niners, or the Lions, Niners, Eagles.
Yep. Okay.
I'm going to leave it at that.
All
that
right.
have the formula to beat the Chiefs because they have the ability to keep Patrick Mahomes off the field. I'm not saying they would have hands down won, but if there's a way to beat Patrick Mahomes in Arrowhead, Burrowhead, whatever you want to call it,
Yeah.
It's by limiting the use of Patrick Mahomes. And with David Montgomery, this offensive line, Jahmyr Gibbs, Aiden Hutchinson, and John Kaminsky able to contain him, they definitely would have had a chance.
By the way, I want to give a credit to Wilson on the chat. He has got the best chat of the day.
What does he say? What's Wilson got going? Wilson, what you got going on?
SOL dies tonight.
Yes, it does.
Yes,
it does.
How about that? SOL dies tonight. Wilson, you get the chat of the day, man.
I can feel it coming.
All right.
I dig that.
Is it my turn?
It's your turn.
It's my turn.
Say it.
All right, here we go.
Take your cap off.
256 yards and 4 touchdowns, 378 yards and 3 touchdowns, 211 and 3 touchdowns, 337 and 3 touchdowns, and last year 360 and 5 touchdowns. Ladies and gentlemen, come on, man. This is number 15.
Come on, man.
This is number 15. You guys just told me.
I'll stand alone.
You guys just told me he was the greatest quarterback ever.
I ain't
You just
scared.
told me Travis Kelce was the greatest tight end ever. In that case, could the Lions beat the Chiefs if they're in full strength right now? I'm not ready to say that. I'm not ready to say it, so I gotta say it's cap. I gotta say it's cap. But I will say this. I agree with Maz. If they were at full strength, this game would have gone to the fourth quarter.
Yep.
This game would have gone to the fourth quarter.
I'll accept that.
I don't know what the
I
final.
think it's still going to go to the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Well, the game has to go to the fourth quarter because it has to eventually end. So
Yes,
you have
I
to get through the
understand
fourth quarter to end.
I
The
just think
Lions
it's gonna be
they're
close.
going to win tonight.
I think
The
it's going to be
Lions are
close.
win. So, Captain, these are some good ones.
Absolutely.
All right, come on, throw the next one on up there. All right, here we go. This is for Ryan or mine. This is a quick shift.
I'll answer like him then.
All right, you be
I'll
Ryan.
be
or
Ryan.
Cap or no cap? Okay. J.J. McCarthy will be the focus on offense this season for the Michigan Wolverines.
Oh, that is absolutely no cap. Of course, J.J. McCarthy's the greatest thing since sliced bread. J.J. McCarthy's going to be the first quarterback taken in the NFL draft ahead of Caleb Williams and ahead of Drake May and ahead of every other damn player. He is the greatest thing in the history of college football. That was Ryan Ermanni, of
Spot
course.
on.
Yo,
For you,
spot
buddy.
on.
Yo, I appreciate you so much, man. AKA Ryan Ermanni. That is definitely Ryan Ermanni. That's definitely the answer he gave. And that's funny. Lucas, maybe do you guys know what I mean by this? Basically saying Michigan and Jim Harbaugh's formula is running the ball. That has been the running formula, pun intended. Whether it's Hassan Atkins, Blake Corum, Fitzgerald Toussaint, the list goes on. What was his name? Davion. The list goes on. But now he's got a guy that can throw the ball, a guy that can sling the pill, and Harbaugh is a former quarterback. That's why I'm asking the question. Cap or no cap, J.J. McCarthy will be the focus of the offense this season. To you, Lucas.
I'm going to go with cap. I'm going to say they're going to lean on him more, but at the end of the day, they're going to
Still
stick
run
to
the
their
ball.
same philosophy. You have Donovan Edwards and Blake Corum for one more year. Why would you not use them? And that will help JJ in itself. It'll keep that passing game efficient, but I still think they lean on that run game, especially late in the season.
All right, I'm going to jump in and answer this one so we can go to break real quick. And we can get you guys in the next one, and then we'll finish up. I'm going to say this is no cap. I think this is no cap. And the reason why I think it's no cap is if you look at this from this standpoint, Harbaugh's done everything except win the national championship and the Super Bowl. But in terms of as from players, it's that quarterback. He's a quarterback. Like as a quarterback, as a coach, you want to have a protege. Right now he has Andrew Luck, who's a damn good one. But this is Michigan. He wants to have a guy in Michigan. Harbaugh was in New York. Harbaugh would have known. He knows what it feels like to be in New York for the Heisman Trophy. I think he finished runner-up or third, I do believe. I think he's going to do everything in his power to get J.J. McCarthy the MVP because I think the next thing for the next transition for Michigan football is to show that we pass the ball too. It's to show that we get the ball down the field too. So you see guys like Jaden Davis is coming in next year. Yep. We want to show you that we're going to feature you. We're going to show the ball. So that's why I think Jim Harbaugh takes that next step in the evolution of Michigan football.
You have to because you got teams like USC coming in next year, and they are like wide receiver you at USC. So you next to Ohio State, of course. But you better be throwing the ball.
Yeah, you talking about Ohio State, it's time to smoke some Glorious Cannabis. Let me talk to you about it a little bit. Just in time for football season, Glorious Cannabis is dropping a new Ice Water Blue Bubble Hash infused pre-roll called Honolulu Blue in favor of your Detroit Lions, who are going to win tonight big, by the way.
Right.
It smells so good, it's like a whiff of the first playoff win in 31 years. Its gassy, aggressive strain is named after you know who. Check it out. You got to buy it at gloriouscanna.com.
Join Woodward Sports' own Jeff Iafrate, along with special WSN guests for the most anticipated Lions season in decades. Filled with different surprises and expert analysis. You're not going to want to miss out. Go to our Woodward Sports YouTube channel on Sundays and tune in live from 9:30 to 11:30 a.m.
Gabby is a college student struggling to study for her big exam. Then, she discovered Syntron, a healthy way for her to stay awake and focus. Jennifer frequently has chaotic days like this until she gets online, orders some Syntron, and finds her groove. April visited her local grocery store, purchased a case of Syntron, and entered to win the Syntron 100K Vegas giveaway. Pick up your case of Syntron today at any Meijer location or visit drinksyntron.com/Vegas and enter for the 100K Vegas giveaway.
Calling all landscapers. How would you like to landscape like a legend? Register for your chance for 4-time Stanley Cup champion Darren McCarty to work your crew for a day. That's right, Darren McCarty on your zero-term weed whipping and edging for your favorite clients. Sign up today at OutdoorEquipCo.com. One more time, that is OutdoorEquipCo.com.
Welcome back in. It's Lucas, Edwards, and Maz having a damn good show, having a good time, enjoying it, man. We're so close to Detroit Lions getting their season kicked off tonight. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, do me a favor. Hit that like button if you will, man. I know Ryan usually does this, but appreciate you guys tuning in to the show. But the only way that we let people know it's a good show is if you like it, man. So I think we're right around 350 right now.
Yeah, let's get to 400 by the end of the segment.
You hear Lucas over there.
No, we'll get to 450 at the end of the next segment.
Hey, man.
500
at the following segment.
1,000.
It's a strategy game.
Progress is a slow process, man. But yeah, we appreciate that. We got one more cap, no cap, and then we'll go around the NFL with Matt.
Right.
Throw that up there for me, Parker, if you will. Last one. Now, this is the story.
Here we go.
Now, we'll talk about this story tomorrow, okay?
Right.
Caleb Williams and his father, well, more so his father, is coming out kind of saying that they may not come out next year because they don't want to go to Arizona. Son doesn't want to go for Arizona, and his rhetoric is, well, Eli said he didn't want to go to San Diego and he didn't have to. And John Elway said he didn't want to go to Baltimore Colts and he ended up not having to as well. He went to Denver Broncos
Still
in the
came
trade.
out, though.
Exactly. He got traded. Switched.
Yep.
I think a lineman from Northwestern. They swapped trades. But anyway, will Caleb Williams, whose father said, hey, man, Caleb will come back with the NIL money. He stands to make about $7 million if he returns next year. Will Caleb Williams return to college football, or will he be the number one pick in the draft? Mass.
Yeah, so Caleb Williams will return to college football is what you're saying.
Yes.
Caleb Williams will not return to college football. So I'll say that is cap.
Oh, so this is cap.
That's cap. He's coming out, and he'll be the number one pick as long as he stays healthy this year. How do you not pick this guy? Probably be back-to-back Heisman winner. I know I'm jumping ahead of myself.
But no. If he goes back to school, you can't draft him.
Well, he's not. Well, Caleb Williams will return to college. I said cap.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the way that's the way Parker has it.
Yeah.
So I'm staying with it. He's not going back to college.
Okay.
And he will be the number one pick.
Okay, there we go.
Regardless of what his dad says, it's just full of hot air. It is what it is. You'll work it out. You'll get to the team, and you'll be fine.
Parker?
Wait, you said he wouldn't be able to get drafted if he returns to college? Is that what you said?
Well, he's saying that you wouldn't be able to draft him because he'd be returning to college.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Yes.
So, if the Arizona, it's kind of a two-way answer. If the Arizona Cardinals have the first pick, I think he's returning. I think that's no cap. I think if any other team has the first pick, whether it's Las Vegas, Tampa, I think he leaves. But it's kind of if Arizona has the first pick, that's no cap. If the field has the first pick, it's cap.
All right,
I'll just end this for you. It is no cap. He's going back to school if Arizona has the number one pick. He's making $7.2 million will be what they project him to make. He's in LA. He'll be back with Lincoln Riley. They'll finally have a defense next year. I think I'm telling you.
You think he wants to play against the Big Ten?
He's making guap though.
He's like you got to think about it like this, man. It's like he's having fun.
And you really think he's going to make $7 million?
He's making 4 now. He's making 5 now. He won the Heisman last year, Maz. He goes to one of the richest schools in America, in USC.
They were already paying their players before it was allowed.
He makes $5 million. 100%.
I would never leave school.
Exactly.
Thank you. Thank you.
I would never. You see those USC cheerleaders?
Yes,
Yeah, exactly.
Since I was a kid, I've been looking at the USC cheerleaders, and they look the same today as they did back in 1973.
I hope you stopped looking back then too. But let me ask you
Holy
this.
God.
But look at this though. And you're talking about cheerleaders. When you're making 5.5 at USC, you ain't dating cheerleaders.
Oh.
You dating actresses, man.
Yes, you are.
And I use ain't for effect.
Oh.
Maz, with that being said, would you like to take us around the NFL?
I would, but first I want to tell you about you love college football. Of course you
can
do.
make $5 million
Of course
a year.
you do.
I love it.
The Woodward Sports for the love of college football pregame
love that
show.
NIL,
Spencer
bro.
Raxter, Flannel Sam, Easy, and many more get you pumped up every Saturday morning, 8:30 to 10 on Woodward Sports YouTube channel. Whether you're a Sparty, a Wolverine, or a fan of that other team in Ohio, here we welcome you to love your Saturday and stay with us here on Woodward Sports. Check us out on YouTube and kick that code word in there, Woodward Sports.
Now, let me tell you like this: if they would have had NIL when I was at Michigan,
Yeah, that's what I was gonna
I
ask.
would have raked the coals. You can't use that other word anymore. I would have raked the coals with University of Michigan. Four parents, so they knew I was on the right track. My uncles and aunts both.
Safe investment here.
Safe investment. Yeah, that's a real thing. I have 4 parents. I was a safe investment. My dad went to Michigan, so he would have known all the entities. What? I would have gotten.
You could have
off.
owned yourself a cottage in pizza.
Okay,
Let alone buy a cottage in pizza.
You know what? Here's what we're gonna wait to go around NFL because we got about a couple minutes left. You know what? I would have done what Caleb Williams is doing if I had an opportunity. I wouldn't have went to Cleveland.
Yeah.
I would have went to Cleveland. I was like, whoa, Cleveland? You know what? I rescind my.
But you didn't know you were going to get picked by Cleveland. You thought you were going to Miami. Now once you say you're coming out,
I got hosed.
you got to go to the draft. So you would have had to go to the draft.
Man, I got hosed. I'm gonna tell you like
you
this.
got screwed.
I did get screwed. I mean, not really. But
and then he flies in, and it's a blizzard in Cleveland as he touches down.
Snowstorm.
Welcome to Ohio.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I was like, that god dog. I should have did.
And you got the ugliest uniform.
Right off the lake.
I should have Lake Erie. I should have done what LeVar Arrington did. LeVar Arrington in '99, what he told them because they wanted him number 1. He told his agent, "You tell Cleveland, I will not play if they draft me, so it'd be a wasted pick." So they ended up not drafting LeVar Arrington. He went second to the Redskins, now Commanders, and Courtney Brown went first. His teammate. To this day,
that poor bastard.
Courtney Brown hates LeVar.
Yeah, of course.
He hates LeVar. Let's do this. Let's go to a quick commercial break, and then we can get back on track, and then we can talk about around the NFL. But
Sounds
first,
good, man.
Why don't we hear from SMA?
The sports marketing agency helps spread awareness about mental health and substance abuse. Their new podcast, This is the S Word, helps fight the stigma about seeking help. If you or someone needs help and is struggling, head to thesportsSMA.com, thesportsSMA.com.
Winners, losers, pushes and draws, over-unders, prop bets, futures and spreads. Are you sick and tired of your picks being losers?
Come to any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men.
Well, Woodward Sports searched the globe for the most dangerous man with a bet slip in his hand and gave him a show. Coming soon to Woodward Sports. Tune in every weekend as we introduce the greatest gambler to ever walk the earth.
Hi, I'm Booner, and I don't lose.
Come to any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men for an award-winning haircut experience from one of our talented stylists and register for a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to win an all-expenses-paid suite for the 2024 NCAA tournament for you and 5 of your best buds. That's right, college basketball's most elite event. You and your 5 best friends just get to any Lady Jane's today for an award-winning haircut experience and automatically register to win the trip of your dreams. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Lady Jane's, it's wicked awesome.
How would you like to win a $100,000 Vegas getaway? Take your closest friends and live it up in the city that never sleeps. It's the Cintron Energy. Drink it and live it. Purchase a 24-pack today and enter to win that $100,000 Vegas getaway at drinkcintron.com/Vegas. And buy your Cintron at your local Myers. Cintron, the healthier energy drink for the people who desire to look good, feel great, and be the best version of themselves. You can go to the website to register today at drinkcintron.com/Vegas. Drinkcintron.com/Vegas.
Can you imagine taking Parker to Vegas?
Parker?
I'd blow my money.
Exactly. You see that?
Gone.
Parker would.
He'd get carded
Checking
everywhere.
account?
We couldn't take
Zero.
it
Day
anywhere.
one, Parker would be done. Parker would be done day one.
He
2
certainly
hours
would.
into the trip, I think it would be broke.
2 hours into the trip.
Listen, I'm not,
you
you guys act like I'm a chronic gambler.
You know they have slot machines at the airport. He wouldn't make it out of the airport.
I've been to Vegas
He wouldn't
before.
make it out of the
Hey, if
airport.
we could ever get a day off, we all should go to Vegas for a couple of days. How fun would that be?
You're buying
How
magic.
fun would that be?
No, what I want to know is how much money you got that if we got a day off, you would shoot to Vegas. Like, how much money you got, big time?
Nothing.
He was like, we get 1 day off. I'm going to Vegas in 1 day.
Oh man, but it would be fun, man.
It would be.
To go with these boys, that would be awesome, man.
It'd be a blast.
Be babysitting.
I love you guys.
I like gambling.
Look at Papa Maz over
I
there.
do. They make me feel good every single day I come in here.
Well, you know what makes me feel good is Thursdays because I get to do top 10 Thursdays, baby. You saw that setup. You saw that setup I walked you into.
Let's do it. Opening day, baby.
You know what? We got a very special top 10 Thursdays. Today is Lions' first ever being on opening kickoff. They play. So I said, who are the biggest upsets of all time on opening night?
Let's go.
Here we go. Parker, let's get the list started.
Number
2017, got to put the list on the backboard. 2017 Kansas City Chiefs. They went into New England, an unknown, and here comes some guy named Kareem Hunt and some guy named Tyreek Hill, and they got off to the tune of 42-27.
Oh, yeah, it is.
That is not Patrick Mahomes.
That's Alex Smith.
That is not Patrick Mahomes, ladies and gentlemen. That was Alex Smith, my former quarterback.
He's
Underappreciated. Yeah,
100%. Well, he's the one that got the Chiefs empire started.
Yes, he
got to roll on the right track.
He trained Patrick Mahomes.
And then they hit the sub in game 15.
Well, he knew
go
that.
ahead and get you in.
He knew that.
All right, get the next one up there, Parker. Oh man, his stats for the night. I forgot.
I forgot about that.
So
He
here's
went
another
crazy.
one. Speaking of Super Bowl champs to lose the following opening season, how about 2013 the Baltimore Ravens? Now, what was unfair about that, Maz? They made Baltimore go to Denver, and
Yes.
they were Super Bowl winners.
Because the Orioles were home.
Exactly,
And they could not play together.
They did that on purpose so that Peyton could get that first game at home as a sheriff, and they beat the brakes off them. I think Peyton had five touchdowns.
Wow.
Woo, that was another good one. All right, give me another one, Parker. Speaking of Super Bowl winners to lose opening night, Dallas Cowboys went into MetLife Stadium and they beat up on the Giants.
They don't
That's
care.
why Maz looks
We
a
don't
certain
care.
type of
We
way.
got the championship.
After they won the Super Bowl,
We don't care.
24-7. Y'all let Tony Romo come in there and
I love
ruin ring
Tony
night.
Romo.
Oh, ring night.
You like Tony
I'm a
Romo?
Romo
He
fan.
likes everybody.
I'm a Romo fan.
You let Tony Romo come in there and ruin ring night.
That's
Shame
fine.
on you.
Oh, that's
Shame
fine.
on you. Put the next one up there, Parker.
Tony Romo.
Ooh, now this one, the Dallas Cowboys lost to. That's not Derek Carr. That's not Derek Carr. David Carr, this is his second year in the league. They were horrible. Season opener.
Look at Emmett.
They beat the Cow.
Emmitt Smith.
Emmett was not there. Emmett was not
What
there.
is Emmett there for?
But barely.
Emmitt
But
Smith.
barely. 19-10, the Houston Texans went on to win 4 more games after that, but the Cowboys went on to win only 5.
Look at that.
Look at that. That's a big old.
The Cowboys
upset.
won how many?
5 games that year.
Wow.
5-5, yeah.
Run it back in 2023.
5-5. I think Brad Johnson was a quarterback. Next one for me, Park, if you will. Here's another Super Bowl. What is the Super Bowl? This is 2000. No, this is. They won in 2001, 2000. Yes. So this is the year after they won the Super Bowl. This is when they traded away Lawyer Malloy. And remember, Lawyer Malloy got traded to who? The Buffalo Bills. And they played in Buffalo, the opening game of the season. And you see what happened. The Buffalo Bills beat the brakes off Tom
Shut
Brady.
him out?
And guess who got the game-winning interception? Well, not game-winning
he did
interception.
get
The
one.
last interception. Lawyer Malloy. That was, yeah. But the Patriots did return the favor because what did they do that year? Not only did they beat the Bills 31-0 in the season finale, they also won the Super Bowl. So I guess they got the last laugh. Next one,
Bastards.
Parker. Had to put one on there for Pops and Maz, man. 1985 Oilers, they upset the Dolphins who lost in the AFC Championship, who actually lost in the Super Bowl the year before.
Look at that.
Look at Dan Marino.
Is there a better uniform than the Houston Oilers?
Oh, man, when you put
That
the
was
powder blue
love
on.
you blue.
No,
Love
they
you
do
blue.
not. I think we got another 1985 on there for you, Maz.
Let's go.
Well, not yet. Do you remember this one, Maz?
Oh, yeah.
48-40, and I'm mad Ryan isn't here because guess who the quarterback of the Bucs was? Famous Jameis Winston.
Wow.
Gunslinger.
48-40.
He ate the W?
He ate the W and beat Drew Brees, and then he didn't eat too many more W's after that.
No.
But that is
Nope.
a 30 for 30 year. 30 touchdowns, 30 interceptions. Mike Evans got off that game. Drew Brees did lose to Jameis Winston both times that season, I want to say. Give me another one, Parker, if you will. There you go, Maz.
Oh, baby.
1985. The 49ers coming off a Super Bowl win. What did they do? No, not the Super. Yes, Super Bowl win. What did they do? They dropped one to the Vikings.
That's not Tommy Kramer, is it?
No, that looks like Salisbury.
No, that ain't Salisbury.
It looks like Salisbury from here. It kind of looks like Jim McMahon a little bit,
I gotta
too.
look
Man,
it
he
up.
played for
Look
that.
up the 85 Vikings quarterback.
Got you right
I
now.
want to know who that is.
And then what else do we have?
We got 2 more.
All right, 2 more. Let's bring it back to the more recent.
Look at this thing.
2018, Baker Mayfield ties Big Ben Roethlisberger and actually will go on to beat them in the playoffs that year. 21-21. This is the start. And
That was a tie at the beginning of the season.
it
Look at
was
that.
a tie, and then they ended up getting
You know
to
how
the
many
playoffs.
survivor pools went down on that day?
Yeah, that
Both
sucks.
teams, if you had the Steelers or the Browns that day, you got both losses. And see you
in
later.
the game. But that's one of the games you look at, but I'm just not going to bet on that game. I'm not betting on that game.
Yeah.
All
AFC.
right. Give me the last one, Parker.
Oh!
Maz, Parker did that for you. Biggest upset in football history based on the odds.
That's it, baby.
It was, although I think the Giants and the Patriots was a bigger one, but
No, this one was a big 19.5 point spread.
19 and a half.
19 and
That's because they cheated.
Broadway Joe.
They started Morrow the whole.
Yeah, Broadway Joe beat the Colts. 19-7 at the Orange Bowl.
It says Fran Tarkenton was still the quarterback for the Vikings back then.
Really?
In
Yeah.
85?
In 85?
Yeah, that I don't know. That's
Who
what it
else? Who
says.
else?
That's
Fran
the
Tarkenton.
consistent one.
Fran Tarkenton's quarterback in
that's-
85? No way.
That's what I'm saying, because he was like one of the original quarterbacks, wasn't he? Like as far as he was the first mobile quarterback ever.
Yeah, he wasn't the originals, but he was a stud.
From
in
what
the
I
late
yeah
60s
from my
into
from
the
my
70s.
memory from my memory.
Lost a couple Super Bowls on his own, but scrambling Fran Tarkenton. Woodward Sports own me, Tom Mazaway, going to be hosting the
master.
Lions post-game show with Stick tonight. We're going to do it every game, all season long. Tune in on Woodward Sports YouTube channel for, for all the good fun stuff. Make sure you keep it right here on Woodward Sports. You're not going to miss it. We're going to have a special guest every week tonight. We're probably going to have 10 people in the studio all screaming. And the phone lines will be open for you guys on the chat. We want you to call in. Check us out after every single Lions game right here on Woodward Sports and our YouTube channel.
You guys are going to be cutting up tonight.
We are.
I know you guys are going to be
We
cutting
are.
up. I'm coming
right after our watch party.
I'm coming hang
It's
for a
my
little
first ever watch party.
Oh, it was your first one?
My first ever watch
It'll be
party.
a pleasure, Maz.
All right. Looking forward to it, boys.
All right, man. Enough of my nonsense. It is time for you to take over. Take us around the NFL.
You got it. You got it.
Take us to the finish line.
Let's start it off with a guy that I always like, and I know you guys deep down love him. It's Matthew Stafford. And you guys
I'm not the one for that.
You guys all know the scoop. Cooper Kupp hurt his hamstring.
IR, baby.
Re-injured it. It looks like he's going on injured reserve. For sure he's not playing on Sunday.
He's
but
missed some
Matthew
leagues,
Stafford is tired of hearing us, people that play fantasy sports, talk about Cooper just like he's a fantasy athlete and not a human.
That's the toughest thing. Everybody sits there and goes, "Oh man, he's not going to be on our fantasy team, or he's not going to be on this, that, and the other." But this is a human being too that works his entire life and works, more than anybody I know in the off seasons to make sure that he's ready to go. And when he's not, that's tough as a human being, and as a football player and as a competitor. So,
I hear you talking under your breath.
Yeah, man. Tell him, man, shut up, man. That man Cooper Kupp just made $170 million.
He hurt his hamstring.
He tweaked his hamstring. He didn't die.
I know. But Stafford don't want to hear fantasy this, fantasy that.
I don't want to hear it too. I tell a story all the time. Like when I first got into the NFL, people were polite, and then I would run into old grandmothers in 09 and see me in the airport and be like, "Damn, why you dropped that pass? You messed my fantasy up." So I understand that. But what I'm saying is, it's not as if Cooper Kupp up has an injury that he's out for the season with, he's out for the year with, or it has a chance of affecting the way he plays football next year and the year after that, it is a tweaked hamstring. For God's sakes, Matt Stafford, chill out. Are you playing? That's a better question. Is Matt Stafford playing this week?
He's playing.
My God.
He's playing. I don't know who he's going to throw to. Maybe Van Jefferson. And,
I always ask
Tyler
him to
Higbee.
talk. You know what's funny? I always ask Matt Stafford to talk so I can hear from him and not Kelly. And now that he spoke, I'd rather hear from Kelly.
All right, let's move on.
I want to go to that read, Ray.
Okay, that was one little, that was a little
that was a read.
That was a little much.
This one is
Kelly
from my
coming in
man.
hot.
This one's from my man Braylon. It comes from Woody Johnson,
You're so kind.
the owner of the New York Jets. I personally reached out to Woody Johnson and begged him to make this the permanent helmet. I mean, come on. That's the logo.
You need some tissue, man.
That's the logo.
Brought him to tears.
Here's the thing. They took
Definitely
the old
tears.
Jet helmet, the white Jet helmet, which was gorgeous.
Yes.
With the football, the green football with Jets across it.
Yes.
Gorgeous. 2 stripes.
Yep.
Great helmet.
Yeah, I've seen it before.
Then you got, I know you did, you played with it. then you have this one from the 80s, the Sack Exchange.
Yeah.
With the Jets name across.
Yep.
Just like the Giants had their name across. Yep. So they did the duplicate.
Yes.
But you see the Jet on it,
I see
right?
it.
This piece of crap that they have now.
Yes.
They tried to do a little of both.
Yeah.
They take the green helmet now, they put a football on it, and it just has Jets in it. It's nothing. They don't even have New York in it.
So
at least the white helmet had the NY behind the Jets.
Right.
That is a piece of crap helmet that they use. That, my friends, is the helmet that they should be using.
I'm so glad I played with the helmet that you approve of, because to hear you talk about the one helmet, I would be offended. No, I'm just joking. That helmet's amazing, and it's funny. As soon as I saw it yesterday, I was like, "Where's Tom?
Where's Maz? He's somewhere down here."
I wrote the owner.
And lo and behold, he added Woody Johnson. He said, "Could you please?" And I felt him. I felt that those helmets are beautiful.
Hey man,
those helmets are beautiful, man.
For your inside scoop on the Detroit Lions,
I didn't get a chance to play with those, man.
You know, you should have. You should get one anyway. When you go to the game for Monday.
Oh yeah,
when you go to the game on Monday, you should maybe grab one.
Okay. I have to tell them to ship them to me.
Yeah, grab 2.
I heard you first time.
Get one from Maz.
I heard you.
Say grab 2.
I heard
maybe John Hughes got one.
I heard you the first time. But you know what we should do? How about we take a break and tell everybody how they can get in shape and get swole at Planet Fitness?
Get some guns like Braylon up there.
Yeah, get
Planet Fitness is your home of the judgment-free zone where anyone, and I do mean anyone, can feel comfortable and work on their fitness goals. At Planet Fitness, you'll experience a squeaky clean gym with tons of equipment, a full body workout in just 30 minutes in a 30-minute circuit, and all memberships include fitness training. And yes, they are still just $10 a month. For more information or to join today, visit your local Planet Fitness, or as always, check them out online at planetfitness.com.
At work and at home, we're there with smarter security solutions. Featuring complete automation with customized alerts and more. For over 90 years, we've been the company that's been counted on to protect what matters most, all with personalized service and care. Right now, for a limited time, receive a free video device plus free installation with a new home system. Guardian Alarm. We protect Michigan.
Brace yourselves, Detroit. As the sun begins to set, 2 of Woodward Sports' brightest young stars will be taking the mic for a brand new show. Woodward Nights with Spooner and Broder. The dog days in Detroit are over, and the boys are unleashed. Join in on the banter and hop on the bandwagon of the #1 night show on the internet. Tune into the Woodward Sports YouTube channel every weeknight from 8 to 10 p.m. Woodward Nights with Spooner and Broder.
Hey guys, what could be better than playing golf like a celebrity? Playing golf like a celebrity by you. That's right. You're the celebrity. You can do it right now if you stop in any Randy Wise dealership for your chance to play golf like a celebrity. VIP transportation and free golf to one of Michigan's best tracks. And then the favorite part of the day for me, a tasty steak afterwards by Fairway Packing Company. Make the wise decision. Get to a Randy Wise today for your chance to win and keep it here on Woodward Sports and World. The Deets. See, that was it. That's the Deets.
We're like almost 400 likes now.
That's it?
Get it to 450 by the end of this segment at the bare minimum. Line game day.
Did you hear how great Mass has been doing the reads? Come on, man.
Thank you.
You see the questions Lucas asked when he had 10, 20 men on there?
Off the top of the
see
dome.
How he's been breaking it down. JB and Parker. You see the graphics by Parker? You guys didn't like that? Come on, man.
Let's go,
Let's
baby.
get in the show, man.
I got more NFL news for you.
You got more NFL?
I
guess this is the season started.
You ready to roll?
I'm ready to rock and roll.
All right, here we go. I left you with the Jets throwback helmet. Now I'm going to go to Mike Evans. Mike Evans is not happy in Tampa. Obviously, why would you be? Tom Brady left, and he wants out, or he wants a new deal and finish his career with the Buccaneers. He has told Tampa Bay, here's what I want. If you could do it for me. If not, trade me away. And you know where he wants to go? The New York Football Giants.
Star wide receiver Mike Evans sent the Bucs a contract structure that would be acceptable to him in order for him to stay in Tampa, according to Josina Anderson. Evans took the Buccaneers' considerations into account in the contract structure as well. Talks are still going on. Evans has gone over 1,000 yards in each season of his career, and it would be a feel-good NFL story if he stays and finishes his career with the with the Bucs. Look, it's not going to happen. No one's going to finish the team with who they started with. It's just how the NFL goes nowadays. Mike Evans is a guy who can steal freaking ball. When we were talking about DeAndre Hopkins, is a guy to bring in
on the field.
This is true, but he gets you 1,000 every year. So some way or another, he finds a way to get 1,000. So he plays in enough games. It's one of those things where the Giants, they could use him. Like, the Giants could definitely use him. If they can get something going, the Giants get there. I still like Mike Evans. I had a chance. I told you. I talked to him.
Yep.
What did I tell you? I told you I talked to him on Hard Knocks.
That's right.
And what did he say? I said, we had that little receiver interaction. He was like, no, this ain't it. And I was like, say less, man.
Say less.
I told you.
I'll tell you, there's a lot of Lion fans that want him here. They're not going to sign him. He's up in age. He's injured. But there are a lot of Lion fans. Fans. Maybe Sheila. I don't know if Sheila might want him.
Mike Evans is the type of player you want. He comes to work. He does what he's supposed to do. Every year he's going to give you 1,000 yards. He's going to make big plays and things like that. The issue is this. Well, it's not an issue. The good thing is Brad Holmes has a schedule. And Brad Holmes stays on the schedule. That's one thing I'm starting to realize. It doesn't matter who comes free. Doesn't matter how much they have or what the price points are. They have a schedule. They have a schedule and the things that they want to do and what they're going to achieve. So the money they have, that $19 million, that's not just because they have a little bit extra. That's for a specific purpose. And we will find it out when it comes. So Mike Evans is a damn good player, but he ain't coming here.
Parker, what do you got?
Yeah, so Bleacher Report came out with a report today saying that the Buccaneers do not plan on trading Mike Evans. However, how many times do we really hear that from GMs and front offices? It's all the time. Do we if the Bucs are trying to get the first overall pick and get a guy?
I think by the trade deadline he could be gone because they'll be out of it by then.
For sure, and I think definitely by the trade deadline, but I don't think before the season starts.
Maybe the Chiefs.
Yeah.
He will be out of it because they're sellers. They're not. I mean, they're selling off. Just like I told you, what they're going this year. They're organically tanking. That's why Baker's their starting quarterback. They're going to get rid of him. They're organically tanking and moving a piece like Mike Evans. That's how you easily tank. But they just don't want their fan base to know yet. Hey, it's over. You shouldn't even come to the game. That's why they don't want their fans to know.
Word on the street in Foxborough is J.J. Smith-Schuster. His knee is supposedly ready. The words are, his knee is ready to explode.
Oh, it's bad?
Smith-Schuster says, hey, I'm fine, man. I'm stronger than ever. But the word is, he ain't.
So, I'm reading it right now. Patriots wide receiver Juju Smith-Schuster's knee reportedly could explode at any point, like Matt said, and it's a mess, according to Albert Breer. The Pats signed Juju to a 3-year, $33 million contract. Keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, this isn't a chump change. No. This is a chump change contract. They signed him the big money. He went to the Chiefs. The Chiefs told him, they said, hey, you come out here, we'll pay you a little bit. We'll give you a chance to put your skills on display and get you paid. The Chiefs held up their end of the bargain, but what they didn't tell the Patriots, it seems, is that Juju Smith-Schuster wasn't in tip-top condition. It's what did I tell you? It's always something with him.
Yeah.
Like, it's always something with Juju.
I thought he was going to go there and maybe resurrect his career. And
technically he did.
He could be Mac Jones' #1 guy.
Well, he went to Kansas City and kind of like got his head on straight a little bit. He won a Super Bowl. He had 880 yards, 7 touchdowns. I mean, that's respectable.
It is.
It's decent, but here we go. More BS from Juju.
Hey, before I get you some more NFL news, I'll get you the inside scoop on your Detroit Lions right here on Woodward and Maine show. And Maine is M-A-N-E, of course. Featuring Gabrielle D. Phillips, we call her Gabby, Matt Broder, and Detroit legend Terry Foster. Episodes twice a week. Sundays, 8 to 9 a.m. Tuesdays, 7 to 8 a.m. The most in-depth reporting and breakdown of the game, the players, and all things Detroit Lions. Just go to YouTube and type Woodward Sports.
And after you do that, why don't you do me a favor? We'll take a quick break. Why don't you check out Mark White for your boy?
We can do that.
When buying or selling real estate, flexibility and control over the sales process is key. Sellers, how would you like the freedom of canceling your listing agreement at any time for any reason with no penalty at all? That is exactly what Mark White is offering with their minute-by-minute listing agreement by Mark White and Associates. Try Mark White's risk-free minute-to-minute listing agreement today. Want to buy or sell real estate? Visit markwhitesells.com or call 248-290-8242. That number again, 248-290-8242. markwhitesells.com, where flexibility meets success.
Now, coming to Woodward Sports, Woodward and Main Street, the Woodward Sports Network Detroit Lions show. Let's go! Catch Gabrielle D. Phillips, Matt Broder, and Terry Foster for all the latest news on your Detroit Lions every week. Only on the Woodward Sports Network YouTube channel and woodwardsports.com.
Hey, this is Mr. Kearney, Chief Academic Officer at Academy Warren. I want to welcome you to the brand new field house. The state-of-the-art facility has a regulation basketball court, volleyball court, soccer field. It can be used for 7-on-7 football. Our K-8 academic features AM, PM, latchkey, small classroom sizes, Learning Street, futuristic media center, free breakfast and lunch, Holton Mifflin curriculum, academic games, K-8 athletics, and more. Enroll today at academywarren.net.
Woodward Sports' own Tom Mazaway and Sam Stick Day will be hosting our Lions postgame show after every Lions game all season long. Tune into the Woodward Sports YouTube channel for his hot-off-the-press takes, game analysis, and Kool-Aid sipping celebrations. You won't want to miss it. Join Maz, Stick, and special guests each week immediately following every Lions game, exclusively on the WSN YouTube channel.
What time it is? Over 12 locations around the state. That is Dispo, your local plug. 21 and up, rec only, but it is the best brands, whether it's Hyman, whether it's Runs. They got the best stuff however you consume your cannabis, flower, edible, oil. They have it all, and they have it for you. Whitmore Lake, we will be there next week, and it's going to be popping. It's going to be on, man. We love going there. They got the best people working there to help y'all get you in the game. Cannabis, you know what time it is.
How close is that to your house?
Wow, Whitmore Lake?
Yeah.
28 minutes.
Not bad.
Nah, not bad.
So next Friday we'll be there.
Nah. Finally.
Yeah.
Finally. I'm so used to driving to Romeo, which is 1 hour and 5 from my house after traffic. Hazel Park's not far. Hazel Park's about the same distance.
Hazel's my jam.
Yeah, it's like
that's close to me.
It's just, well, me, I'm straight down Maple there.
They treat us good over there.
They do.
They do.
They do ice cream. That cheese sandwich.
Shout out to Summer.
Shout out to what are they? Yogurt to go.
Yeah, Yogurt to go.
Shout out to Christina and Summer, Yogurt to go. All right, man. We got about 13 minutes of show before everybody starts. Yeah, 4 o'clock. What's the over or under? Or how loud it's going to be in Detroit tonight?
Oh my God, I know how loud it's going to be here because we're going wall to wall with Lions. When we're done, you got Spencer and Easy with the heavyweights.
Yep.
Then you got Jeff with the pregame show. Speaking of that pregame show, I'm going to tell you a little bit about it. It's the Woodward Sports Lions pregame show. Another season of Lions football. It's Jeff Iafredi and weekly special guests on the Woodward Sports YouTube channel. We're all going to be here tonight helping them sip that Kool-Aid or kicking and screaming same old Lions. We're not doing that. Live every Thursday. Well, they're going to be live every Sunday. Tonight on a Thursday at 6 o'clock. Join us all season long for an action-packed Lions pregame experience with Jeff Iafredi. I'm going to tell you this. When you see rookies play in the NFL, starting tonight, they're going to have a special patch on their jersey, making their debut. This is what it looks like. The Lions will have a couple of players at least will be wearing this patch.
4 or 5 of them.
At least 4 or 5. So,
Got Jack
and it's going to
Campbell.
be every single rookie in the NFL.
Is this going to be for every week of the season or just opening week?
Opening week.
Opening week.
Opening
okay.
week. It's called the inaugural patch, and Parker's finding it.
Why does all the cool stuff happen after I retired?
There's a lot of patches going on.
Like, I want a patch. I want an inaugural patch.
I know.
I didn't get an inaugural patch.
Well, you still could. You're going to go to see the Jets next week.
I do remember.
When you're grabbing me a helmet, grab me an inaugural patch.
I do remember. I do remember what it was the first, like the energy of my first game. Like the first game I played in was played against the Cincinnati Bengals. I want to say it was like, I forgot the date, but early Sunday. You know, it's Cleveland. It sucked. So you know it's a 1 o'clock game. It just was, the energy was electric, man. It's like you wait your whole life to be in that moment. You know, played in Michigan. You know, I wanted to be to the NFL. That's what I always want to do. I want to live up to what Pops did. And,
yep.
You know, you got that moment. It was nuts.
That's the patch.
That was nuts.
All rookies are going to be wearing that patch.
That'll look good on the all white tonight.
Yeah, it is. Look, it's lion colors.
It's a cool.
Isn't that nice?
It's a cool patch too.
Yeah.
I might steal one.
Yeah, grab one from the equipment room for
I'm
me
steal
at the
one.
Meadowlands.
I'm just, you know.
By the
what?
way,
you're never too late to debut.
When you played for the Browns, you played at First Energy Stadium, which is the new Cleveland Browns Stadium. It was called
exactly,
then.
100%.
I've been there. I like that stadium.
It's
you don't like it, Luke?
No.
Why?
It's a good. This is what it is. And hear me out. It's a good aesthetic stadium. Now, what I mean by that, the situation that it is in downtown Cleveland, where it's on the waterfront, it's right next to the Hard Rock, and they got the ramp that you come down off 90 in Detroit. So it can trick you. So like if you go there and you're like, oh man, it looks dope, but going inside, so
Forget
horrible
about
stadium
it.
inside.
Then the walk,
it's a
because
horrible stadium.
The walk out of the stadium after a loss, they go over that little bridge. Oh
yeah.
I've been to my fair share of Brown.
That's West 9th and West 6th over there.
They're going to redo the inside of that stadium.
As they should.
They are doing a major reconstruction on that.
It's
not that old.
The fact that place isn't a dome is a crime.
No.
You go there anytime past week 10, I'm out.
I know.
Selling blankets for like $75 and they only cover to your
That's the fun part
knees.
of going to a Cleveland Browns game.
But the fun part, what's fun about
I wish freaking Ford Field was open.
Oh my God.
I do.
Oh my God.
You do as a fan, but that's not what the players want. Like I don't want massive snow to where I can't.
I
don't want to sit in there.
All right, then retractable dome.
Okay, I'm good.
Now we're talking.
There should be no stadium that has just a complete dome on it.
Everything after Reliant Stadium, which was the first one in Houston, everything should have went retractable after Reliant and Arizona. Everything should have been retractable. I hate the fact that you have outside stadiums in places like Buffalo in January games.
Well, Buffalo's making their new stadium, and it is outdoors again. No dome.
But I understand Buffalo because that's their advantage.
Correct.
Exactly.
I get that.
And they're not going to get the Super Bowl.
Same thing
they're
with
not going to get Final Four. No one's going to Buffalo for big events. It ain't Detroit.
Hell no.
It's not New York. It's not Chicago.
Yeah.
So Buffalo left their stadium unopened. But damn it, man, Ford Field should be a retractable dome.
All right, here we go. Rock and roll around the room as we leave. This is what we're gonna end on. I need a player of the game on defense and offense from you. Everybody in here. I'll save you for last.
All right.
Parker, you're on the clock. Player of the game, offense, defense for the Detroit Lions.
I'm going to start with defense. Player of the game will be C.J. Gardner-Johnson.
Okay.
I think it goes to show. I mean, this guy is just a motivator on that team. Regardless if he's motivating the offense or defense, he's a stud. Offense, I think it's going to be a guy under the name of Jared Goff. I think Jared Goff is going to throw about, I think it's about 250 yards I predicted in this game. I think he can really take advantage of that weak Kansas City Chiefs secondary. So those are my predictions.
Lucas, I come to you now.
You want to score too?
No.
Okay.
Since Ryan isn't here, I'm going to take me and Ryan's boy on the defensive side of the ball, John Kaminsky. Now, I don't think this is going to show up on the stat sheet, but John Kaminsky is so vital to this game. I think if he is able to set an edge opposite Aiden Hutchinson, that is going to be the key to kind of limiting Patrick Mahomes, which I think he's going to be able to do. And on the offensive side, I already talked about him once, David Montgomery. I think he's going to eat tonight. I think he has at least 85 rushing yards and a touchdown, probably a couple catches, but those are mine too.
All right, JB, we come to you.
All right, on the defensive side, I got to go with the meat missile himself, Jack Campbell. He will
Show off that shirt, JB.
Man.
all over the field tonight, making big plays. You got to keep an eye out for him. On offense, I got to go with Jared Goff. As Parker said before, if the Lions want to win this game, the ball needs to be in Goff's hands to put up points. So give me Jared Goff on the offense.
I'm only let you get away with the meat missiles because it's his first game ever. I'll let
He's
you
got the shirt on too.
And you're repping with the shirt, so I'll let you go this game. But next week I don't want any
meat missile.
You better
Get some
be-
meat missiles in the chat.
That's Spencer's guy.
Unless he has
Meat
3
missiles in the
sacks.
chat, baby.
All right,
Yep.
big guy.
I can't believe nobody took my guys. I can't believe it.
Jameer Gibbs.
Jameer Gibbs on offense.
For sure.
For sure.
That was my second choice.
Wait till you see this kid. I
ain't wrong,
cannot
Maz.
wait to see what they're going to do with this kid. You heard
getting
Tim
so
Twentyman.
excited.
You heard Tim Twentyman.
He did.
Look out for a long pass to Jameer Gibbs. Get out in that secondary. And on defense, what the hell? Aiden Hutchinson, 15 sacks this year.
Get me juice,
15
Maz.
sacks this year. This kid worked in the offseason. He worked his ass off. You didn't hear a word out of him this entire practice, this entire preseason. Nothing. No one even talks about him. Aiden Hutchinson is going to catch that rabbit.
Okay.
How many sacks do you
Patrick
think he gets
Mahomes.
tonight?
He's getting 2 tonight.
2? Okay.
Yeah. Aiden Hutchinson, my defensive player of the game.
Got me excited to watch Gibbs, man.
I like it. I like what you
Can't
guys
wait
said.
to see that kid.
I am going to take a mixture of what you guys are going to say. On defense, I'm agree with Matt. I think it's Aiden Hutchinson. I think Aiden Hutchinson is a guy that, for the season that he had last year, nobody talks about him being the next guy to take that step. Like, he hasn't been getting that kind of credit that Bosa got after year 1. He's not getting that credit after Watt got after year 1 or year 2. Like, they're kind of not talking about him. So I think it's pissing him off, and I think Aiden's going to be a guy. I think he could have 2 sacks tonight too. I'm going to go with a sack and a half.
Man.
But up to 2 sacks, sack and a half.
How about
and
James
then
Houston?
Offense, James Houston. I like Pascal. Pascal.
Especially
I'm looking
tonight.
forward to seeing
I
him.
think they're going to put him on the inside tonight.
Yeah, Pascal's going to be. You know what? I'm going with Pascal as my sneaky guy, but I'm still sticking with Aiden.
All right.
And then offensively, I'm going with Jameer Gibbs. I'm going with Jameer Gibbs. Like, either running back is going to be it for me. I think Jared Goff will play well, but I think they're going through the offensive line. They're going through the running back. You know what? Let's get the people excited one more time. Let's get them amped one more time. Run that Lions hype video one last time. We come back and we get you.
Parker's got one.
I got a different
Parker, you
one.
got yours. That's what I'm talking about.
Let me lead into this.
Parker's.
So, we started
She
from
got
the
set us
bottom.
up.
Now we're here. As Drake said, wise man. You got to think about it. Where did we all start? There was one press conference
womb.
that got everybody wanting to run through that wall. Shout out Dan Campbell. We're going to show a little bit of Dan Campbell's biting kneecaps.
This place has been kicked, it's been battered, it's been bruised, and I can sit up here and give you coach speak all day long. I can give you, hey, we're going to win this many games. I can't. None of that matters, and you guys don't want to hear it anyway. You've had enough of that shit. So excuse my language. All right. Here's what I do know is that this team is going to take on the identity of this city. All right. And this city's been down, and it found a way to get up. All right. It's found a way to overcome adversity. All right. And so this team's going to be built on, we're going to kick you in the teeth. All right. And when you punch us back, we're going to smile at you. And when you knock us down, we're going to get up. And on the way up, we're going to bite a kneecap off. All right. And we're going to stand up. And then it's going to take 2 more shots to knock us down. All right. And on the way up, we're going to take your other kneecap and we're going to get up. And then it's going to take 3 shots to get us down. And when we do, we're going to take another hunk out of you. Before long, we're going to be the last one standing.
And look where we're at now. We're about to play the world champ Kansas City Chiefs, and we're coming out with a win today. Man, I'm so excited. I know Lucas is excited. Shout out everybody. Be sure to tune in for a live show tonight.
I'm ready, man.
Well, you guys got me excited as well, man.
I love Dan Campbell. Look how far he's come from that press conference when he was a nervous wreck. Look at him now. Now he's there. You see his muscles on top of muscles. He's just standing there, and he just gives it to you. And he says, this is a blue-collar town. This is a blue-collar team, and we're going to kick your ass.
The good thing about this message is when he first said this message, you know, it didn't resonate with a lot of people. You know, it was kind of just him at the platform, him at the podium, and even his players. You know, I've been in the locker room when you had a new coach come in, and a new coach comes in with some corny ass message, and the message isn't the corniest thing. It ends up being that person. Now Dan Campbell has everybody in the city of Detroit saying the same thing. Dan Campbell's got everybody in that locker room saying the same thing. If you believe in something and you stay to it, you can get people to believe into it too.
Would you rather have Dan Campbell talking to you or the Cardinals guy, Jonathan
Gannon?
I mean, that speech Jonathan Gannon gave.
You got fire in your gut?
I just feel.
I got fire in my gut.
I was embarrassed for him.
Look, man.
I was.
How did he make it through the interview process? Braylon, maybe you can give some more insight on this, but how does a guy like that, I understand he's coming from Philadelphia, that defense was loaded though. So how do you take that into account? And then have that man sit in front of you for hours, give his defensive playbook, and be like, you know what? You're the guy. We're going to get Caleb Williams soon. You're the guy for that.
The NFL is and always has been a weird place. Yo, go Lions! Lions tonight, baby. Woodward Sports, Ermanni and Edwards with Maz. We'll see you tomorrow.